recording here. Also, I just realized I never properly prepped. Okay, there's a few things. I'm behind on a few things here. So let's go ahead and first off get the prediction up. That way you guys can start interacting with the battle here. This is going to be EU round 1. Blue 4 is attacking, Op 4 is defending. I'll set it for 20 minutes to let you guys go at it for that. I got to move my disk drive over because I was prepping the boot system, or excuse me, the boot drive for my new computer. I had a faulty wire in there, and I was actually scared for a few days because I tried to boot her up to get to the BIOS because then I had to update something on the BIOS to make the RAM sticks compatible. And I had some sort of short circuit somewhere, but it powered up and then just shut off again. So it was one of the power cords to the graphics card. I think finally got it to boot properly after changing that cord out with one of the backups. But that was a little worrisome there because I had no idea what the hell was wrong. But after day 3 of just ripping out cords and replacing them randomly, I figured that out. And there we go. We are on the first round here. Oh God. Wait a second. Hold up. I still have... You hear monkey noises because I accidentally left my TFAR plugin on, and people are making little jokes here. And my TeamSpeak is crashing out. All right, give me one moment. I gotta go back into my channel and disable that TFAR plugin. Leave it to some people to make monkey noises as they come into this operation, but I digress. Let me go ahead and clear out my DMs on Twitch. All right. Tabbing back in, here is the first round, guys. I'm going to over at our mission brief. This was made by Mr. Depso. I also call him Mr. Despacito because I always would say his name as Despo instead of Depso. But we see him as in OFCRA as well, which, by the way, OFCRA took a 2-week break off. They will be resuming next Thursday, which is why you haven't seen them. Anyway, really simple mission. U.S. attempts to capture Russian-controlled positions. I mean, you can't get any more simple than that. It's going to be a classic U.S. versus Russia op, which is something we always see from time to time to, just open up the evening with just a classic matchup. Also, we just saw 2 of the admins get kicked off of FNF. That's cute. The virus is working. Anyway, Malin, you're next. Anyway, let's go ahead and go into our game mode here. So it's 3 caches. Caches are going to be the simple FIA vanilla caches. Otherwise, mission variables here, it's 1,500 meters view distance. Hi, Malin. He's always watching. No magnified optics nor NVG equipment, and the defender build points are at 140. Bit of a weird number because the default is usually at 125. I think Depso just did that to be himself. Otherwise, both sides have 2 RPG rounds per AT weapon. I guess AT rounds would be the proper term. I said that because Op 4 is going to be rocking the RPG-32. Blue 4 is going to be rocking the M3 Moz. Since we're over at Op 4, let's go ahead and have a look at them first. It's the modern-day Russian EMR camouflage. Their designated marksman rifle is going to be an SVD. And their UGL system for underbarrel grenade launch is going to be the GP25 system, which these aren't mentioned in the loadout, which is why I mentioned them specifically. Otherwise, you have modernized AK-74s to take Western optics if they are given as the option, or at least, ×1 scopes like CCOs and whatnot to kind of level the playing field. But they also have the option to take Eastern ones with the UK model because they get a choice of these weapons depending on their class. Otherwise, machine guns are going to be an RPK for the LMG, PKP for the medium machine gun. Light anti-tank is going to be a single-shot disposable RPG-26. Is there an X-ray on tonight? I do not see X-ray on Op 4, and I do not see an X-ray on Blue 4, so we don't have to cover Recon, because Recon is X-ray. Crew and Aviation are going to be given the choice of either a PP-2000, which is the modernized PPSH, or the AKS-74 UN model. Nothing on crew-served weapons. Their assets are literally 4 standing Dishka turrets with 50-round boxes and 5 mags each, so 250 rounds total, and 2 transport gases. Interesting call there. Looking over at the faction breakdown, we have as follows. We have Shy commanding. Also, the branch is a little smaller than usual. Let me look at the total player count. Oh, no, I stand corrected. We're at 104 players tonight. Literally 10 minutes ago, we were only up to like 74, so those guys came in very quickly, I guess, as the evening started, but I digress. Shy is going to be commanding here. Alpha is going to be led by Ash. Alpha 1 only has Naps, Not Falcon, and Stark together. Really powerful combat, how do I put it? Really powerful combo there, because Naps is a great lone wolf player. They're not allowed to lone wolf, but you know what I mean, in a small group with people that can really mobilize with them. Nafs can do a lot of damage. He's really good at maneuvering in the middle of enemy squads and just popping heads. But he's with not Falcon and Stark, who are two also really, really good Lone Wolf style players. And I got to be careful when I use that term because in FNF it's illegal to Lone Wolf. It gets you banned. Has gotten a few of these players in trouble in the past for reasons I won't go into. But if you have a community like Pepega Pirates, where they're all really good Lone Wolf style players, but when they all have that level of mobility to move out and do a lot of momentum to get in the middle of enemy lines and just slaughter everyone, you want to see them grouping together like this because then they have the authority to do something like that, to literally move in the middle of the enemy line and just slaughter. So I'm going to be really curious to see how Alpha 1 handles things tonight. Otherwise, they're paired with some more traditional players, such as Wheaton, Arcor, and Maz, Banks, Tackleberry, and Eric Kiru, all being led by, it looks like, Wheaton. So that should be interesting. I could see a really good strategy being done here with these guys setting up the base of fire, and then these guys being the maneuvering team just to go in and slaughter everyone. I'll be really curious to see who they're fighting against because I'm seeing some names here, which means on the other team we might see some other names that are able to counter it. But as I wait here, we see Bayans also showing up on Alpha 2. Again, one of the really good solo players, if not the best in this game mode here. Otherwise, Azariah from Scandi Recon, arguably the best community in FNF. Leading Bravo HQ. Yanni, who I believe is on the multi-Twitch, by the way, going to be leading Bravo 1 with Iander, Whiplash, Perton, and Nemesis under him. Nimia leading Bravo 2 with Cullis, Casual, Grav, and Cats. Don't get me wrong, these guys are not technically a part of Scandi, but they always play with them, so they do have that Scandi mentality, and you do see them get really, really in-depth with some of their strategies here. Because Scandi, I would say, is definitely one of the, I would say, the best blend of communities between a casual community, but a serious community that blends in the tactics of a serious community, but the skill that you would find in some casual communities like Pepega. Otherwise, you got Tilsitter leading Charlie, Seismo leading Charlie 1, 3 Lolo, and Andre. Charlie 2 being led by Pro Hunter with Aim with the Stars. Oh, he changed it! He changed it! Yes, it's Aim with the Balls again. But the balls is censored. Solomons, Thompson, and Mike. Delta HQ being led by Newton. Delta 1 being led by Khalil with Nikolai. Ali Pose, Blas, Heartseer, Roderick, and Hayes. And then you got Delta 2 being led by Patriot with Mutant and G-Legs under him. So some really good players here. They're also on the defense side, which I'll admit, the best players playing defense, the reason they're the best is because they're really good at their maneuvering abilities and their abilities to get a lot of overkilling, to get some really high KDs. So defense isn't the best place to see them, but if they ever try to attempt a counterattack, they could do quite well. Also, this AO is quite interesting, but we'll get into that. Let's go ahead and look over at the Blue 4 roster real quick today. What do we got? Checking our time real quick. We still got 9 minutes. Perfect. Blue 4 are going to be using the Marine Recon Force camouflages, basically modern US gear. They're going to mostly have M4s, but they also get the M27, which is the full auto version of the M4. And then their support weapons are going to include for the UGL, the 203 system. Actually, I'd have to check. I think it's a 203 to be compatible with M4s. I don't think the I-27, or the M27 IAR, excuse me, has that system. But yeah, no, it's a 203, which means they got to be careful with their top sights because the top sights interfere with the GL sight of that gun. But they're also going to have the Mark 11, I forget the exact designation, but it's a 7.62 by 51 chambered battle rifle with 20-round magazines that is generally used as a marksman rifle. Otherwise, the remaining weaponry, they got the 249 and 240 Gulf, respectively. Light Ants, I think, is going to be the AT-4, also known as the M136. And then Crew and Aviation slots get a choice of an MP7 or an M4A1. That MP7 could come in really handy in these more CQC-esque scenarios, but that's going to be up to the pilots to take. Also, I mean, with that UH-60, we'll check its ammo count real quick, but that's also going to be very, very useful looking over at the assets because there's no crew-served weapons. You have the UH-60 here. It's going to have 4,000 rounds. Oh, God. So it's got 8,000 rounds total of 7.62 by 5.1 NATO. That's... Whew. Also, I'm not sure if I said 5.4 or 5.1 for the Mark 11, but it's 5.1, not 5.4, my bad. We've got a transport truck. You got five more transport trucks of a different type, 2 speedboat miniguns, and I think that is a mistake right there. I don't see them ever doing GMGs, grenade machine guns, on the Mark 19, so that might have been rescripted to be something else. But I know the command minigun turret for the back is definitely fair game. Multiple RHIBs, and then 2 additional transport trucks there. Looking over at Blue for command unit, we have Pierce. Oh, boy, it's a Pierce play. All right, here's the deal about Pierce. This isn't me being mean. This is me just being completely honest with you guys. Pierce, great squad leader. I've seen him lead 1RW in a lot of crazy engagements. Again, Milsim community that has really good tactics, and they can kick a lot of ass, especially in Viralati, which is the map we're on right now. I've seen him do really well. Pierce as a commander, he does some really exotic plays, and that is me being blunt. Pierce is the type of guy where I do not understand where he gets the logic from his plays, and sometimes they work out. Holy crap, do they work out. My favorite one is he put a lot of guys in this obscure position and somehow was able to counter the offensive faction when he was playing defense and fully ambush 2 squads and eliminate them within the first 10 minutes because the attacking commander decided to go this really obscure route and Pierce was just in the perfect position to ambush him, but I have no idea how he saw that coming. Because it was just pure luck. But when he strikes right, it strikes well. But he doesn't strike well often, or strike right often, excuse me. So be careful when you bet on Pierce, because he's either going to do really, really amazing, or we're all going to be face-palming going, what the heck is going on here, you know? But a commander is only as good as his soldiers under him. So it looks like we have Alpha all merged up together. Mittens leading Fred, Top Gun, Guardian, Shun, Roche, Azuki, Good Time Saddam, Wayne, Wise, Tender Banner John, and Blam. Also, FYI, the letters are cut off. It's only when you highlight over that I see, but I've seen these people play for years, so I've memorized their names. Meltatarian leading Bravo HQ with Joseph and Ronnie under him. Looks like they're in crewman uniforms, both going with M4, so I'll be curious to see what Bravo's fielding in terms of that vehicle. We got Bravo 1 being led by Nemo here, with Skits, Fluffy, and Hitonis under him. Flinja under... Yeah, Flinja. That's an interesting name. It's like a flunging ninja. Leading Daedalor, C4, Andiri, Zally, and Zombie Forever. Vagrant leading Charlie with Steve, Kabubi, Morgan, Seven, my bad. Mito, Dooley, and Lurch. Lacarford leading Delta HQ with Audi and Harveed, also taking crew slots. That's really interesting. I think they're taking crew slots for the boats to have dedicated boat teams, which is going to work out for them really well in this AO, and I'll get to that in a second. We still have 4 minutes, but I will hurry it up. Yuru leading Delta 1 with Dawidox, Leziak, Deska Keeper, Archer, and Potsny. Sushi leading Delta 2 with Albin, Depso, and Timek. Depso, again, is the guy that made this mission. But no, they've got a dedicated boat crew under Gamma, which is Norris, Bates, and Schult together. And then the air crew is going to be Circles, which I haven't seen flying before, so we'll see how he does, with Schneider and Holton under him as well. So I don't know what those dedicated Vic crews are going to be for. Probably, I guess, dedicated Trivers for various transport Vics, but that is a weird call. But go ahead, looking over at the final AOs here, you've got this first sector here. The ammo cache is tucked away in this area. Again, Blue 4 knows the area where it's hidden, but they don't know the exact spot, and anything that is blacked out on the map means it's a customly placed building, which refers to all of these pre-placed fortifications in this area. So this AO, little tough to hold. They have these internal fortifications here, but with these forested areas and the roaming hills on Viralati, it's going to make it easy for Blue 4 to potentially get their forces right on top and close the CQC, where the defenders start losing their advantages of, just being able to suppress and engage forces as they push them. Otherwise, second objective is literally in a bit of a bunker line here. Not too bad, but these positions aren't in the best spots to actually really capitalize on the open area to the south. And then the west, you have this bunker right here, but it's not really close enough. Plus, there's a bit of a hill, and you see that there's been some additional fortifications placed by the defenders to help kind of cover this gap. But not the best spot either, especially on this hill that leaves a lot of room for Blue 4 to flank around and get onto it. Although it will be overwatched by this final sector, which in my opinion is the best one. Yes, it's in the middle of the open, but if you were to build some fortifications right around it, you could prevent this from getting sniped by AT4 or a boat coming in and just unloading on the minigun. So I think Op4 is actually going to ditch this objective outright. Probably going to see it sniped earlier in the mission. You do see some pre-placed bridges right here to let people go through, but I think Op4 is just going to commit to holding these 2 other cache sites, which is quite interesting. You could easily make an island defense lockdown like this and hold this one entrance. But I think Op4 is also worried about the firepower on the boats. Malin said earlier that the GMG was replaced by a 50 cal, which you gotta understand, that's the front turret, which you can auto range and fire. So this can be turned into a mobile sniper rifle. And with 50 cal, it's very, very accurate and very, very effective. So you have to be, I I think Op4, knowing that, has decided it's too risky to hold that one objective, and instead they're going to hold the objectives over on the mainland. I'm just really curious to see if Blue 4 is going to use any naval forces. It doesn't look like it, but, you know, if they were to do a naval push around, they could just flank on the northern side of Op4 and basically sweep them from across. So either way, this is going to be an interesting mission. Definitely a nice one to start off on for the week, or the Friday here, but... Op4 have the more powerful players. I was looking for Papega Pirates, and I don't see them on tonight. So with Scandi being top dog on tonight with nothing to really counter them, you really got to watch for where Scandi is. However, they're on defense, which isn't their strong suit, but we'll see if they're given any counter-attacking orders. I'd say Blue 4's biggest advantage is those boats with those 50 cals on them, but I don't see them being utilized effectively in the scenario that Op4 has set up here. And it looks like they're just doing a large defense around one of the objectives because they're also foregoing holding that one too. So it's an all eggs in one basket, hold one objective, and just do their best to cover it utilizing the forest around here. So I think that's probably the best strategy Op4 can do. The only counter would be... whatchamacallit? Trying to think here. Blue 4 probably landing on the back line with boats, but because they're not going to do that, I don't see how that's going to happen. All right, so you got Blue 4 deploying here. Helicopter doesn't have anyone except the crew, and then you also have another force coming up right here. So Blue 4 off the get-go is going to be splitting their force, probably to either put pressure on a flanking attack on the southernmost objective or to have this force come up on the side, dismount over here with overwatch from the boat and the helicopter, and just do a pincer attack opening to try to find a hole in Op4's line. All right. Now we just have to watch with bated breath, but let me catch up on the sub notifications. Dark Ranger, thanks for the 24-month reset. That gets you a new Lance Corporal badge as well. I hope you keep enjoying the operations. I hope you get a kick tonight for Friday Night Fights. Scrolling up, Uber Pyro, thanks for the 12-month reset as well. That also gets you the Lance Corporal badge. I hope you keep enjoying the operations, and I do hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. Also, I missed a few hydrates, so let me catch up. All right, right here is where the first little bit of worry is. I think Op4 is going to be able to hold their distance. Does Iander have AT? Yes, he does. So Iander, he's one of the few players that I actively track when they have the medium anti-tank weapons because he can make some of the most beautiful shots ever. And he's already getting it out. If Blue 4 were to lose their boat early on, it would just mean Op4 have better control of their riverway on the northern side of their objective, and Op4 loses that ability, but I think they're just going for a rush right here. Yeah, so they're just going to let that pass. Blue 4 opting for 2 different dismount points, but it looks like they're going to reform and probably just do a massive battle line into the air, which is not a bad plan. Only criticism I have is if you're going to do that, then why separate them in the first place? But it might have been because the vehicle assets spawned in 2 separate locations. Otherwise, I think Pierce would have just kept everything together. But if you had that option, then, you know, might as well use everything from both flanks. You just got to be careful when you do stuff like that. In this case, it's okay because Op4 didn't have any vehicles they could have used to immediately counterattack any convoys coming in. But if your opponent has the ability to do that type of counterattacking early on, you don't want to have all these different convoys coming from all these different routes because that increases the likelihood of Op4, should they go for something like that, to run into one of those convoys and get a lot of free kills early on and probably nullify your number advantage before you can even really get started. So that Blackhawk's flying way above. Helicopter you got to be a little careful about because if you keep flying it over your own troops, that also gives Op4 a hint of where your troops are coming from. So you just want to keep that in mind. All right, so we see a little bit of shots. Let me up my render distance here just so you can see as both of these units start firing at each other. It looks like they're trying to engage the truck right there. Patriot immediately switches seats because he hears all the crackling of bullets are hitting around him. Then you got the boat coming around. But overall, I think Blue 4 is just trying to focus on gathering information, putting some red herrings out here to show that, you know, Blue 4 might be trying to put units on a different angle. That's going to cause Op 4 a little bit of confusion as they try to push units around as well. So I can see the strategy here. You know, put your helicopter on the northern side, put a boat on the northern side, make Op 4 turn forces around to try to see, oh, we being outflanked? And that's going to pull off all the bodies they can from an actual front line, which is where Pierce is trying to put his main forces up. And you already see the reaction here. A lot of Op 4 units are actually starting to push north right here, watching the waterways because they know a boat's coming, they know a helicopter is orbiting to the north. So in the long run, I don't think that's really going to help them out because Op 4 is just situated around this one objective, and they have a lot of fluidity to change positions and quickly set up new defensive lines. And Blue 4 is probably going to enjoy this objective first, but we'll just have to see how things go. You hear another Dishka firing. At this range, it's very unlikely for him to hit that helicopter, and they only have 250 rounds across 5 boxes. Plus, that helicopter's got 8,000 rounds between 2 miniguns. So I think the heli's going to win on that harassment. They really want to be saving those Dishkas, the Dishka rounds, because all they're doing is just burning ammo for no reason other than to show their position. It's also funny because Bloodwing's setting up her new work computer for school. Yes, Boop? Yep. She's trying to download Microsoft 365 because as a student she gets it for free. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. So she kept trying to install it and uninstall it and reinstall it because she has the proper product for it and she was about to buy it, but then it magically started working because you know how school is. Prediction is open. It should be closed by now. It's been 20 minutes, plus nothing major has happened to really skewer the prediction. I know sometimes we run the prediction for a little too long, excuse me, and by then something major happens and it stems the tide. Sometimes I refund it at that point because it wasn't fair, but this one, I mean, Op 4 have set up their main defensive position. Blue 4 is doing their main attack strategy. I don't really think anyone's been picked off yet on either side, so now it's just a holding game. But yeah, it does sound like Microsoft, definitely. By the way, latest Discord scam has been people randomly trying to get you in Discords that offer, I think, what, like sex videos or something? Because I just had a notification hit me for one of those. So make sure you're not clicking on random Discord invites by random strangers because that's how they get your get into your account. I think the standard way they do it, though, is they force you to log out and then re-log in on a corrupted, I forget the specific file name, but that's how they get your username and password, steal your account, and then they turn your account to a bot account to spread everything. So, be careful. So, Blue 4 are showing their hand here. I think they might have seen Reapers and a few other people up here and started firing, or at least done some suppressing fire, because there's no reason to open up with suppressing fire. But I do appreciate what these guys are doing going in. You got some GLs going in as well. You got this other pincer maneuvering. So Op 4 now trying to set up on positions where they can, wow, get some really great lines of fire on the flanks of Blue 4's push-in. They knocked out Azuki here. You got some return fire coming in. As you have Charlie 2 trying to set up right here and engage. But they're also taking heavy fire and potentially pulling back. They do have one of the Dishkas over here, though. So if they can readjust it, they could get it on a good angle. But now look at all the smoke. Blue 4 is popping here to try to conceal themselves in their advance. Again, neither side, I believe, has had a KIA yet, but there have been some pretty close calls, even a few people that are down and unconscious. Oh, Neon, don't worry, man. Bloodwing sometimes tells me about fake phishing emails that the company she works for sends around to test people, and they are some of the funniest things I've ever seen. And they still trick people. So it's just some people, you know, especially boomers. Yeah, you got a marksman rifle. This one, the Mark 11s, 20 rounds, 7.62 by 51. You got an E-Clan scope right there, which is giving him, I think, a 4 times magnification. And he's trying to find a line to pick off some of these people. I just heard AT fire. That is because I think Iander just tried to snipe the boat as these guys are getting harassed by said boat, but it was a miss. You know, based on that firepower, and that's not a 50 cal, that is, they're both 7.62 by 5.1 miniguns. But even then, you can still auto-range the weapon from that attack platform. You also see a little bit of blood here, which indicates they have been getting shot. I was kind of hoping Iander would pull out and do another AT shot, but I guess we're going to be a little teased here this morning. Why did I say this morning? It's literally the afternoon, but hey, for some of you it might be the morning somewhere. It's because the timing on the server is morning, that's why. So we see that Archer here got hit, excuse me. Op4 have taken 1 KIA here. That's Reapers who got a kill on someone. Meanwhile, Blue 4 lost Depso, who might have gotten killed by Reapers. Archer is down, and that is it. So both sides have only had 1 KIA so far. Blue 4 is going to maintain that 8% numbers advantage in the meantime. We need to see some of these remaining guys here either pull back or get some multi-kills, but Solomon right there is not going to get that. I think he just traded with another guy here as well. You see some stray bullets coming around from over here as well. Okay, Sushi accidentally put that UGL a little close and hurt his guys. You got to be careful with that fragmentation because it is pretty effective at its range. We got some more suppressive fire coming out right here. Falcon's just hiding in concealment because he knows he's going to be safe. Otherwise, his team of 3 are just staying back here, and he's now trying to put pot shots. It's night in Paris, yeah, I know. Little slip of the tongue. He's under fire from 2 miniguns, and Falcon just does not give a damn. He's literally just behind a tree. No care in the world. I love it. So, I mean, let's quickly look back, because if those guns are both the same, we can actually look at the assets and see how much rounds they have. So they have 4,000 rounds total, 2,000 per gun, so they have a lot that they can just burn. Looks like Andre and Sismo are here. I just saw a GL flyer, or I heard one, and it lands a little short. But yeah, these guys are probably going to get, no, they're mag dumping the cache, all right. Random crossfires here as they're starting to take fire from the hilltop as well. Zen gets cut up. A little bit of confusion on the Blue 4 line because we keep seeing them firing at random positions. Right now, they're also mag dumping this area. There's the cache being destroyed. Great grenade throw right here. But now you've got Andre and Sismo. They're holding this line of cover here with all these pine trees as concealment. They are picking off a few guys, though. They just have to keep it up. Yeah, as they try to pull back, they might expose themselves, so they need to be careful. Great grenade throw, killing Sismo right there. I believe that was Sushi. However, we sometimes don't always see grenade kills because if it was done by fragmentation instead of the actual explosion, it doesn't count it to them. Andre getting them 2 pickoffs right there. Only to be GL'd by Sushi, but it was just short. So he's now suppressing that pine tree. You got the Dishka now firing over here. Just saw a blood splatter from one of the bodies as Andre continues to push back. These are the types of kills they need to be getting. When I say they here, I mean Op4, as they have their small teams basically act as picket lines. Great idea by Dawadox to hit this with AT. You're also seeing some some GLs coming in. Andre is a medic, though, so he can self-blood bag, and he can heal himself over time. So if he needs it, he can just give himself an 1,000 milliliter blood bag and keep running and pretty much negate damage. Oh, so that's another hydrate. So you can hear one of those Dishkas continuing the fire, looking at the rest of the map here. Some of the Overwatch elements are now pulling over to start flanking this area. Another pickoff. That was either by Mike or Thompson, possibly Thompson. He is on a kill. Let's check Mike's kill count as well. He's on none, so probably that was Thompson firing. Andre, though, on a roll as he continues to pull back. You see him bleeding. He's on 3 kills. But, I mean, if everyone in his 4-man team operated like that, you would see at least 9 less Blue 4 here. So now it's a little worrisome for Blue 4, but Op4 is already starting to pull their picket forces back to hold the line here. You have a small team holding this one position. They got to be careful, though, because this one can be sniped from the boats or the helicopter flying around if they spot it outright, but that probably won't happen until late game. Andre getting caught in the open here. He might be out of smoke grenades, so he is just trying to serpentine that movement. The boat is all the way back at the harbor. Oh, they ran out of ammo, but there's 2 boats, so they're getting the other boat so they can use full magazines again and continue to harass. Not a bad strat, but that also tells you why they only took one of the 2 boats and crewed only one of the 2, so they could use it for later. Yeah, so Andre's going to be back here. You see he got hit again, but since he has that medical bag, it indicates he's a medic. Also clicking on him, you see the medical symbol right there, so he's going to be able to pretty much patch himself up. So yeah, the boat can continue to harass forces on the northern side of this AO, and we'll see how things go. I'm talking with people on Discord over various random things as we wait for the next battle Blue 4 to come in. But look at this. So Op 4 already sighting some of these forces coming up. Another hydrate, you got it. So that's already causing them to pop some of their smoke grenades early. They got to be careful because they're going to need a lot of smokes to push this position. This is a massive open area here. The only safe route is flanking around, but Op 4 does have a picket force right here. And the boat's coming around again, so we'll see if they try to burn any AT. But with Blue 4 taking out that first cache, you got Charlie all the way over here doing this wide flank. Maybe they'll try to go up and hit the final area, but this is where the main bloodbath's going to be. Blue 4 got to figure out their where their friendly forces are, because you just saw some overlapping fire coming into here, which just might be because bullets are flying overhead over here as well. And you got more suppression fire coming in from that boat as you see those tracers flying around. I'm a little worried about Blue 4 though, because they're really investing in moving everything on this side, which means they're going to get locked down in these open areas, and Op 4 could really counter all of this. So you still see some suppression in the smoke. You got to remember the Dishkas. There's 250 rounds per Dishka across 5 boxes, so 1,000 rounds total across all of them. I think one of them has been left in here, though. No, they might have pulled it out, actually, or found a way to scuttle it. But, I mean, all of that heavy fire right here, it's going to be really nasty. And you've got now all of Alpha potentially coming off of this area. And you see some fire coming in over here. Might be a misidentification. I think Charlie's purpose is to sneak in to take that position out, and the rest of these guys are going to try to push in here. You're probably going to see some bleed through. This force might push through this force here and get to that final objective in the rear, but then they're still going to have trouble getting here. And then as Blue 4 is pushing around, this force can either come right here on the tree line and engage, or what, I really don't know. Look at all that suppressive fire coming out as Delta for Blue 4 continues to try to move up. So you're seeing a good amount of suppression here. Blue 4 is gaining ground, but as you're starting to see explosives firing back and forth, you see that the Moz rounds are causing some damage here, knocking some people out. But the UGLs on Blue 4 that are being fired by the GP25 systems are doing quite a bit of damage as well. More AT going back and forth. Helicopter flying really fast to provide proper harassment, but it's not high enough. But look at this. I've been seeing, that's the third guy I've seen get knocked out from an AT round here. That's also destroyed the Dishka up here. Looks like Roderick woke back up over there. There's another unconscious guy here, but he's woken back up. But that's keeping everyone's heads down here, which is minimizing the effect of Op 4 suppression against Blue 4 as they push up. But it might be, how do I word it? It's being used effectively here, but Blue 4 still have a lot of open ground to cover in these sections. So we're going to have to see if Blue 4 does the smart thing and pushes forces around this side, but Op 4 might be thinking about that, and they might set up a flank play for this picket force to potentially start hitting the flank of this group. And I'm going to be honest, if they start cleaning up this group and are able to push left or right in a defeat and detail style strat, I think it's over for Blue 4, in all honesty. Because the rest of Blue 4 are just going to be caught in the open. Op 4 is going to hold their positions, maybe even start counterattacking. But there's not a lot. Now you got that Alpha 1 Elite team fighting these guys here. They're trying to pick off people in the water. Naf's getting knocked out by Vagrant and a double by Dooley. Finished off with a GL. Wow. So Stark's holding back. You've got Falcon maneuvering around. These three are basically the entire northeastern cover here. As they've got a pretty powerful team of forces coming up here, because you got players like Vagrant and Dooley here leading the line. I'm going to be honest, over the past few months, if not, I want to say over the past few years, with how people have been staying and leaving in FNF, the quality of player has definitely increased. I'd say it only goes down when you start seeing some new communities come in and start to get the rhythm of everything, but it's getting a little more like OFCRA, where just that quality of player is really, really high. And when you have the direct firefights, it's not clear who's going to win in these simple one-on-one engagements. It really just becomes a numbers game and a volume of fire game. But now you got Bravo initiating the flank here. There's one pick off. They're firing at other guys and forcing them to get in the position, get down here. Fluffy's trying to turn and engage. You got more smokes firing. It's just a mess everywhere around, but Falcon, he's going to be using the reads, isn't he? And he's got an RPK with a red dot. UH-60 coming in for a close firing run. Doing its best to hit the fortified positions, but it's not enough. That's a really good angle for them, because they're keeping all the thick forest right under them and in front of them, with the exception of this spot. But there's no point for Op 4 to be there anymore, because they probably have all hands on deck making this defensive line. So I'm really, really concerned about Blue 4 right now, because again, you've got all this open area. You've got support assets, but they're not really assisting in the right directions. If anything, you'd want that boat over here to help this team push around, to cover against anything flanking right here, but they keep doing these large arching areas. Helicopter is helping, but with Bravo 1 for Op 4 now pushing around, Bravo 2 coming around to join them. This is the flanking attack that Shy needs to win this. But positioning on its own right now, that also denies Blue 4 the ability to push around. And look at the aggression we're seeing right here. They're going to be really quick to push up. So unless Blue 4 turns and engages this force immediately, I think this is the beginning of the end, in all honesty. Op 4, they do have a few skulls. Blue 4, same deal. I feel like Blue 4 should have some more manpower, but in reality, they just have them all so closely congested here. And that is going to allow for this counterattack to do a lot of damage. Falcon is still alive on this flank. I believe he's right down here. No, wow, he pulled way back, but yeah, he's got Bane with him too. I mean, those are some of the deadliest players to fight. Bravo 2 now providing a bit of a distraction here as they took fire, immediately smoking. This is Scandi Recon. I completely forgot Bravo was Scandi for Op 4, which is why you're seeing this level of aggression here as they commit to this counterattack. Blue 4, they've pulled in. They're trying to hold the defensive line. You got some GLs coming in. You got more bodies being formed. And it's just a GL fight right now. You're hearing more Mods rounds firing. If only they had HE rounds, it would be a lot more effective. But Op 4, they only have a small defensive force here, but there's so much open ground here for them to lock down. And they've got some really powerful elite units on the flank right here to hold these guys coming in. That boat needs to be incredibly supportive. Otherwise, it's not going to do much. Falcon getting hit a few times by that 7.62x51 minigun, but it's not enough. Stark might be trying to find a flanking action here. He does have the SVD. If he could get some pickoffs from the gunners on that boat, that could help change the game. More GLs coming up. They're landing close. They could be ranged right as long as they adjust. There it is. So you just had Yeah, there's an explosive trap right here. I'm not sure if that was a Moz firing or I think that was the helicopter sniping that objective itself. But that has been done. The other objective is in this tent, which I don't think Air's going to be able to get close enough to engage properly before getting AT'd. But now you got this aggressive push coming in by Blue 4 here. You got this last little bit of open area. Op 4 in a little bit of trouble. They do have a rear guard here as well. But this might turn into too many Blue 4 forces pushing this at once. And if they close in the proper GL range, I mean, you're seeing them getting picked off right here. And you're hearing some of those GLs land behind them, and you're seeing the fragmentation cause them all to take damage here. So this might still turn around for Pierce if he can get enough forces to push through this corridor. As this force acts as a picket line for Scandi Recon, these guys could potentially break through and get in, but it's going to be a very close fight. It's really in Op 4's favor right now. Look at this, Burton coming up and immediately getting blown away by a 240 Golf. Grenade getting thrown around here. That might kill Whiplash. Nope, they bounced further down. Op 4 need to use their grenades now. Spiky getting caught in a crossfire here between two forces. More grenades being thrown up. The time left is 26 minutes. This is not going to go down to time. Yanni just dropped someone there. Oh, but Ronnie Killer getting the flank on Yanni. You got Joseph trying to come around and flank the Op 4 guys pushing around right here. I think Op 4, Bravo, they got a little too loose right here, caught in an open area, and Blue 4 set up a proper defensive line here, was able to properly counter. I think a grenade just nailed a dude up there too. And now you got this whole area smoked here. Blue 4 is making this aggressive push up the hill. Blue 4 is going to get into grenade range and just tear this defensive sector apart. Oh, man. Yep. Yep. Not surprised when you get that many people charging up and the defenders aren't ready for a push like that. They're just going to get absolutely torn apart. Azuki getting another kill. Azuki has been one of the recent front runners here in multi-kills, actually. And he is just rocking it. He knows how to balance his GL and his rifle. He's only got 2 kills right now, but we just saw him get a lot of dropping there. This is just a brutal push, and I think Pierce might have just been able to rally his forces to make this aggressive push here. Azuki getting the 3rd kill there. Because now Op 4 is down to a small garrison here. They've got 2 squads full of forces coming in. Blue 4 over here have been cut to ribbons. Only 3 guys left. They've gotten a few Op 4 guys. But these guys don't have any reason to set up a defensive line. And Iander just sniped the helicopter. Not surprised. That is what Iander is incredibly good at. And the chopper just pretty much got iced by him. No surprise whatsoever. And I think Iander just got shot. But you know what? That's okay. Hey, Boo. You okay? I do not have a stapler up here. Or I might actually. A mini one? Yeah. All right, but this is where Op 4 is going to have a lot of pressure. They could get their flanking forces to come in as well. Because it's a blue stapler. I've had that forever. But we're at the climax, baby boo, so. Yes. Ooh, ooh. Anyway. Blue 4 pretty much knocking on Op 4's final objective here. Massive amount of forces coming in. And Scandi have been pretty much countered right here. Blue 4 did the right thing just to set up that defensive line. And Op 4 didn't fold their forces in time. Really, you just had 2 forces in the battle line just turn and engage the flanking forces. And then the central force was able to just push through this middle cover, get right on top of the defenders without them realizing that they were being pushed. And it's just turning into a slaughter here. Pierce was able to counter it. I mean, good for him. Now we gotta wait to see how Blue 4 continues their advance here. Hey, hun, do we have orange juice? Cool. Oh, perfect. Huh? Maybe. I had another recipe in mind, too. I'll tell you later. All right, Azuki right on top of the cache here. Last objective, yeah, Blue 4 is in the line. We have an explosive specialist right next to it's GG. This is the end. Yeah, there's the satchel. It's GG. Well, Blue 4 really rallied that one. And that's it. Like I said, when Pierce hits, he hits. And really just looking at it all back, he did everything he needed to by countering the two forces that were going to flank him. And then just push through with his middle force, and it really fell to Op4's final defensive lines to stop that open, the group coming up from the open, and they just didn't. They just weren't watching there because out of the 5, 2 were picked off, the 3 got suppressed, they held their position and lowered themselves, and whew. It was tough. Was the mission objective move said? What, Boo? Oh, you're printing something. Oh, yeah, no, I didn't catch it, but as soon as I heard the explosion, I knew exactly what you did, and it flew right over you. So that's a win in my book, man. That was pretty good. I tell people here, you're one of the few people, if only, that knows how to snipe helicopters properly with AT, and it shows. Yes, Boo?
I just realized we should gift that thing to your mom with a bottle of wine.
Sure. That would be perfect. And I can steal 2 of her glasses. Bloodwind's talking about a Christmas present I got for my mother.
Like a birthday present.
Yeah, or a birthday. Oh yeah, because her birthday is September. So.
So you want to hear some bullshit?
Give me a second, Boo. I'm setting up for my intermission. I need to change out my commands. Go ahead.
So apparently,
Let's set up for round 2.
Logged into my student email.
Mm-hmm.
Right, this whole time from back when I was at college.
Right.
And apparently, I wasn't logged in the right way because none of my emails were coming in.
They did switch their systems a few years ago.
Yeah,
I remember getting
so
an email about
now
that.
I had to go in and update my email, and I got all these emails from like professors and stuff. Thankfully, it's not anything bad.
Yep.
Like, I just have to do some readings and stuff before class, but I can do it this weekend.
Okay.
It's not bad.
So, for context, for those of you that are just showing up, Bloodwing starts grad school next week. She's doing a 2-year accelerated program, and she's about to learn pain. It's funny, though, because she started doing this because she wanted to get a promotion, like, a few years down the road, and you got it last week. So,
Yeah, that was an interesting
turn of events. So now you're just going to stay the course, and we'll see what happens after.
I can use it for my next
Yeah, you can use it for your next promotion because it's a requirement at that point. So
Well, it's not a requirement, but
it helps.
it's favorable.
Speeding up, yeah.
No, so
She says it's favorable. Meanwhile, she gets a promotion that they even said, you didn't have enough time for, but they showed your other credentials, and that boosted you over in their eyes. And this was an out-of-season, what was it, out-of-cycle? Out-of-cycle promotion, too, which means they do like you. So...
Yeah. Like, we wanted you to see that your effort was acknowledged.
Mhm.
And I was like, thank you.
And this is good, too, because her company's paying for a good chunk of the MBA program, but we still needed to come up with $20K, and now this salary increase is going to help cover at least half of that.
Hey, I have an idea.
What's up, Boo?
I have an idea.
What?
You want me to come and pay for pain?
Oh, here we go.
Right?
Yeah, so I was going to start leaking that we are going to do a pay for pain probably towards the end of this month. And I was going to put maybe a few $100s down for Bloodwing to sit next to me. We can get our puck mic out, and she'll be wearing that coconut cosplay and killing the player base.
Let's label it as Bloodwing is a slut for grad school.
Bloodwing is this. I don't know if I can use the word slut on Twitch, but I can.
Like with hashtags and like.
Okay.
You know, like, and that way people can pay for my grad school with me doing stupid shit on stream.
I'll look into it, Boo.
Pointing,
yeah, no, because we do have the camera.
And then I can like, you have an option of like a little like meow movement, the booby lean, like.
I could tie that to the soundbite stuff too. So a similar way it pops up, they pay bits, and then
Yeah.
that could be something that people use bits for.
Yeah.
There's a few different systems I could look into
Well,
for that,
so
hun.
like you could do it that way, or you could do the pachinko, and I can do, you know, I can set up the pachinko all nice with the camera, so you can like, yeah.
That would be nice.
No, I'm dead ass. Like,
I know you're dead ass.
Like if you're cool with that.
I am cool with that. Give me a day or two to work on it over the weekend because I'm a little behind in some of my stuff, but we can.
Call it the back to school stream.
The back to school stream.
And make everything themed after school.
Oh my.
So like, this is like my.
Oh no.
You're like,
But you're in a maid outfit, not a schoolgirl outfit.
I can be in a schoolgirl.
Oh dear. What have we done? I need to finish writing these commands, but we've gotten sidetracked so hard.
But now I'm thinking about it, because like, what if you did like.
Write it down then.
You call it the eraser, and it's just a bomb. Sorry.
It's okay.
Did I scratch you?
Yeah, it's okay, but no, we can theme it back to school.
Because it's right around back to school time, so. That would be funny as shit, actually.
That would be funny. All right, boo, I do need to double back and focus on this now, okay?
Or like Bloodwing's notebook, Bloodwing's calculator, Bloodwing's laptop.
We'll see, boo.
Which,
But I do need a theme for it, so we could do that theme. So
I think back to school would be hilarious.
I think it would be. I just have to then base the mission objective around it, but I could do that. Goober.
You're trying to infiltrate to change your grade from an F to an A.
I'll make it hit close to home then.
I like your printer.
Thank you.
You have a nice printer. It just needed some TLC, and it's back to working.
That's why I like plugged-in printers, because I would just plug her in and she would work.
Well, yeah, but like, remember we did have the ink problem at the beginning? It wasn't like working properly.
Yeah, because we hadn't used it in like 2 years at that point, so
Well,
the
you had
ink
ink
dried
for
up.
2 years.
Mm-hmm.
It was yours before.
I know.
Ours.
But I haven't had the need to print anything. Another hydrate, you got it. Yes, there are more matches. We are just going into round 2. There's 6 tonight across 2 different branches.
Excuse me.
What?
You hydrated
I did.
while I was in your presence.
Yes. I drank, boo. Honey, please, I'm trying my best to multitask here. You don't have to pour the water down my throat. If you do that, you're going to make me drink too much and you're going to have to go refill it. No, we're not doing this. Blue 4-1. We're not. Oh, no, come on. I already drank. You have to wait for them to put it up again.
Put another hydrate in the chat.
It's on a time. You son of a bitch, DJ Panda. You son of a...
Hydrate. Posture check.
I'm sitting up straight. You were just pushing me down to shove water down my throat. Shove something down your throat if you do that again.
That's not really poggers of you.
Shut the fuck up. Oh my god. Now she's dancing in the fucking corner. Well, oh, I get you. I get you. All right. So we're still waiting on the intermission here. Bet I won't. Not on stream. You're new to the community. Yeah, Arma community. Is this public? Yes. If you do the command !FNF, you could probably make it for round 3. And then for the NA branch, which starts in a little under 4 hours, you could also play all 3 rounds there. Do note that the NA branch, I think this is either the last or second to last time it's going to be open to the public before they privatize it. And the EU is going to be the only one you can play publicly. For the NA branch, you then have to sign up for it. I think all the information is available on their website, which, again, you can use the FNF command to get to. Are you really jiggling your tits to the beat of the dam? That's actually a little hypnotizing. I need to stop staring. Okay.
It's like the Pac-Man ghosts.
Oh god, that fucking meme with the dancing Pac-Man chicks. I swear, I'm both happy that you guys don't, like, we don't have a camera to, you know, for faces and shit, but at the same time, there's some stuff that is missing out on this channel. And now she's doing the Anka dance.
No, I'm not doing the Anka dance.
Oh, it was still the Pac-Man dance?
That's
Never
the
mind.
me dance.
Gotcha. I see. No, we're not turning on the camera because I'm only wearing underwear, which, I mean, that's usually how I stream anyway, but I digress. Shut up. Anyway, after the end of round 3... Why? After the end of round 3, we'll be going into some DayZ, where we'll put on the audio sound bites, and you can go ahead and troll me. She's just randomly going around my body right now, putting her lips on me and just going nom nom nom, which you might be able to hear.
I'm taking a bite.
Yes, I can see that.
Tasty.
Goober.
What happened to the green rope? He's sitting on it.
I am sitting on it. It's also on my back, so my chair doesn't get sweaty, admittedly.
Shitty.
It's humid heat. I hate humid heat. I do. Ah, dear. I've been with you for over 8 years, honey. If I was sick of you, I would have left already.
You make a good point.
I do make a good point.
Oh, it finally stopped.
Yes, it did, because you printed out quite a few pages, so good luck, Boo.
Hello.
You're confused on how to join?
I've come to say hello.
Should be in there. Hi, Dream. How you doing? This is
I'm
SL Dream.
doing good.
Some of you might remember him.
Hi, Dream.
Bloodwind says hi.
Hi, Bloodwing.
He says hi back.
Oh, I heard him.
How are you?
I'm right. We're just waiting for the intermission to pass for round 2, which we're actually still in the triple digits for, which is quite nice.
I am actually in. I'm playing.
I saw you. Were you playing for round 1? I actually didn't see you, but
No,
I
I
assume
was
you're
not.
playing for round 2 then, yeah.
I was being lazy.
That's
I
fair.
was laying in bed.
You don't have a highlighter.
I don't have a
Ah.
highlighter here. No, Boo.
Sad.
I'm sorry.
your week, man?
Go upstairs if I'm gonna do my reading.
I'm sorry, Boo. You can bring the... Give me 1 second, Dream. You can bring the highlighter down here if you want. It's up to you.
I wanna go all the way upstairs.
Oh. Yeah, Bloodwing does not like traveling up the stairs in our house. She's very lazy. I'm usually the one having to run things up and down the stairs for her, which has given me great thighs, admittedly, but...
Well, I tried to do a workout with you the other day and you couldn't do it because your thigh muscles.
Okay, yeah,
weren't
because
strong
you're doing squats. You need
wasn't
squats for... They were squats.
They were not squats.
They were squats.
They're supposed to work for your like butt.
Yeah, for your butt. I know. I already
Those
have
are
a nice butt,
squats.
though. You also have a nice butt. So
I
you
need
don't...
Proof. I know we're not
Okay.
with Bloodwing. I need proof.
Dream, how about distract me? What were you talking about? Because I need to stop being horny with her.
I
Stop.
can't actually remember, but on the I've also been at work.
Shut up.
We've recently had a very, very large influx. So I work at a convenience store. Not convenience store.
There goes my mic.
Basically, our company
Nim's
recently
here.
went under and was bought out by a bigger company.
Right?
They've recently been sending some. If anyone has worked at a convenience store that's gone through the same sort of thing, you might know what this is like. Basically, they are way too backed up in the warehouses and storage and some stores, so they just start sending it to other stores. We are definitely not passing our work safety because on our stairs we've just got a wall of like drinks, like soft drinks, like Cokes, Dr. Peppers, and it's upstairs. And it has been really painful the last few
Raven
weeks.
likes to
But
give
I
an RJ
will
sub.
say, my thighs have never been stronger.
I see.
They are steel right now.
All right, well, Drew, round is beginning. Have fun playing, man.
Yes. Goodbye.
Have a good one.
I might actually be here for an A, you know.
Okay. I'll see you on the ground, or I'll
Fine.
commentate with you, whatever you feel like.
Yeah. See you later,
Oh,
chat.
God damn it, Vix.
I need to activate stuff.
Did you say hydrate?
No, Vix did not say hydrate. She said hydrate or die. Oh, God, Vix. Look what you've done. See, Bloodwing's here, and she waterboards me every time the hydrate. First off, hi, Vix. How are you doing? You should still be at work, because I know you're still there for another few hours.
Hi, Vix.
That was a little... Okay. Okay, that was... She says hi back, by the way, in capital letters. You didn't need to make it sound that lewd, though.
Huh?
There is no briefing for this mission. All right, game conditions. It's terminal hack, 90 seconds. And yeah, all right. There's water all over my goddamn chest now. I do like the arches that we see. Hey, you don't have to lick that. Oh.
Hydrate.
Oh. Okay, I need to ignore that. Anyway, maximum view distance for this round of terminal is going to be 1,500 meters. Default builder points. Yes, Boo? Yeah? Yeah?
Guess what?
What?
Guess what?
What?
Gremlin mode activated.
Oh, God. Now she's climbing up the stairs on her fours. Deep breath. Okay. Maximum view distance is 1,500 meters. Defender build points are 125, which is the standard. No NVGs, nor magnified optics here. Medium anti-tank settings are going to be 2 AT rounds per launcher, so 2 with the launcher, 2 with the assistant. So 4 rounds total per team that have that AT weapon. Let's go ahead and look at Op 4 first because they're defenders here. Op 4, both these kits made by Maz are going to be the Kosiak Spectre camouflage kits. Which are basically EMR with some slight twists. But otherwise, they've got AK-74s or AKSs, MP443 Grotches as their handgun. Handguns in FNF, by the way, piece of shit. Just use grenades instead or try reloading your gun unless you're in an absolute desperate situation. Literally nothing was happening today, so I was sent... so you sent everyone home, then waited until you could sneak home. Dude, nice. Nice. Well, I mean, good on you. Enjoy the rest of your Friday. Then again, you're just going to bug me and make horrible things happen to me, but yeah. Anyway, RPK as a support weapon for light machine gun, PKP as the medium machine gun, RPG-26 set for the light anti-tank. There is no X-ray. I see no X-ray on the roster. Okay, Blue 4 does have X-ray. Op 4 does have X-ray as well, so these are relevant. So Op 4 Sniper and X-ray is going to get the T5338 caliber chambered-in sniper rifle there, and then the suppressed shooters get a choice of an AKS with 45-round magazines or an ASVAL with 20-round magazines AKS. I've heard both of those guns kind of suck, but you either hit them in the head or it just doesn't really work at all. So otherwise, crew and aviation either get a PP2000 or an AKS. Nothing on crew served weapons. Op 4 get a BTR-80, 4 CAMAS transport trucks, 4 GAZ transports, 2 UAZ Dishkas, which are really important. Because there's something really cool they can do with them. 2 standing cords and 2 UAZ cars. Also, Op 4's marksman weapon is probably going to be an SVD. I don't really see that changing. And you see one right there on Blast's kit. Otherwise, Op 4's roster here is Pierce commanding again, which means no one was stepping up to command in this round, so he was given the option to do it again if he wanted to, and Pierce usually does like commanding. Otherwise, per branch, if not per night, usually it's a 1 command per evening sort of gig. So he won last round, so maybe he's going to be rocking his mojo, and we're going to see Pierce just win a bunch of rounds tonight as command. Anything's possible in FNF. But otherwise, under him, Maz is leading X-Ray, Naf's taking the sniper rifle, and Stark and Not Falcon being the suppressed shooters. Oh, that is just a fucking riot. I'm going to adjust my microphone here. Anyway, Newton is going to be leading Alpha. Alpha 1 being led by Khalil, with Alipuz, Hayes, Nikolai, Blast, Rodrigue, and Heartseer under him. Alpha 2 is going to be led by Grab, with Fred, Dooley, Guardian, and Top Gun under him. Yanni leading the Scandia Recon group, with Bravo 1 being led by Nemesis, with Perton, Nimia, Whiplash, Azariah, and Andriri under him. Casual leading Bravo 2, with Tilsiter, Cullis, Katz, and Bant under him. Charlie 2 is just a 3-man group, with Arcor leading Wheaton and Tackleberry. Then Delta HQ, looks like they've merged everything together here, is Pro Hunter leading Thompson, Aim at the Balls, Solomon, Gogu, and Mike. Banks and Circles are taking the vehicle crew there with the BTR-80, and Eric Kiru is solo and Charlie HQ. He's probably going to merge. Otherwise, let's go ahead and look at Blue 4. AO is pretty much the top left of the Chernarus map. Both a lot of custom additions added, which is quite nice. Blue 4 are your Modern Marines camouflage group. Also, let me break down what all these mean. This is your platoon leader, guy in charge, platoon sergeant, which is the 2IC, squad leader, team leader, auto rifleman assistant, grenadier, grenadier IR guys have the hunt IR rounds, which are the little rods with the parachutes attached to them that you sometimes see in FNF. It's a 40mm grenade round you fire in the air, it turns into a camera, parachutes to the ground slowly, but you can access that camera and get a bird's eye view of the AO. It has regular and night vision modes, really effective for getting your bearings on the fly. Otherwise, they've got the machine gunner assistant, combat engineer, light anti-tank, medium anti-tank 1, and assistant, and there's 2 different ones. Sometimes you use the second one, have a different type of weapon, such as a guided AT system that fires missiles instead of rockets, or an AA system. Your recon infantry scout. Difference is recon infantry don't have the suppressed weapons. Scouts have the suppressed weapons. They have boonie hats. Sniper also has the boonie hat and the 1 sniper rifle. Designated marksman, which looks like it's going to be the Mark 11 again for the US kits. Crew leads, crewmen, pilots, medics, and the base kit. Loadouts are going to be pretty much the last thing you saw. I think it's the same faction too with those Marines, so comparable to the last round's attacking faction. Your M27s, which are your full auto M4s, or your burst fire M4A1s. M9 as the secondary, an M249 or a 240 Gulf as your light machine gun and medium machine guns respectively. Okay, I see it, Vix. I see it. I already drank. You can't stop me. I did a double. Stop staring at me, woman. An M136 has the light anti-tank. Snipers get a choice of various different skinned M40A5 bolt-action sniper rifles. Suppressed shooters get a choice of a Mark 14 or a SOCOM 16. Both are chambered in 7.62 by 51 NATO with 20-round magazines for it. Crew and aviation get a choice of an MP7 or an M4A1. Nothing on crew served weapons assets for them. This is where I'm actually going to be really critical here. They have an M115A1, which isn't an MRAP, it's a Humvee, but it's up armored for the gunner, and it's also the M2 variant. So they got 800 rounds for that. AAVP, I know for a fact they do not have the Mark 19 on it. They rechamber the Mark 19 to be a 7.62 by 5.1 coax, which probably is going to have up to 1,000 to 2,000 rounds. But otherwise, they also have the the 12.7, which is chambered with or has 1,000 rounds for it. Otherwise, 2 transport Humvees, 4 additional transport Humvees. The difference is these can only take 4 people. These can carry, I believe, up to 8. You can see the capacity right there, 8 and 4. Still have those memorized. Another 8 group transports. They just have a covering for the back. 4 transport trucks. You have the AH-6 Little Bird. No, those pylons are wrong. Hold on. Then you have the MRZRs, but let me actually look at the Little Bird. Yeah, so it only has the single M134 minigun pylon, because I saw rocket pods. I'm like, no, there's no way in hell they'd give them rockets. So it's going to be about 3,000 rounds for that 134 pylon. Otherwise, going ahead and looking over at the Blue 4 roster here, which we can actually do from this page. We have Defso commanding. All right, Steve as his 2IC, Kabubi Face as the platoon medic, Andre leading X-Ray Seismo as the medic, Lolo as the sniper, Reaper Insanity as the 2IC, Spikey taking the Mark 14 EBR, and Dream also taking the Mark 14. Shy leading Alpha HQ, he's got Mittens, Mutant, Chun, Vagrant, Roche, Nordic Prophets. He is playing now, nice. Mito, Bates, Norris, Nelson and Nielsen are 2 separate people. You'll see that a lot more in NA when they play. Saven and Lurch under Alpha as well. Bravo being led by Velatarian. Bravo 1 being led by Skits with Fluffy, Ronnie, Joseph, and Hitones under him. Bravo 2 being led by Flinja with Nemo, Zombie Forever, Daedalur, Zelly, and C4onic Vince under him. Charlie HQ being led by Lacarfor with Harvid and Adi under him. Yuru leading Charlie 1 with Lesiak Pons. I'm just going to call him Marcus. No, Macias, that's it. Dawidox, Dex Seeper, Lurch, and Navy under him. Azuki leading Good Time Saddam, Schneider, Tender Bandit, Carey, and Fond under Charlie 2. Golf 1 is going to be Holton and Legs to take, I would assume, be the AAVP, because you have Albin in the gunner seat of the M2. But I'd imagine the 3-person crew would probably be in the AAVP, and the 2-person crew would be in the Humvee, but I could be wrong. They might flip-flop, who the hell knows. But Albin, Tymic, and Sushi being the other Vic crew. And then Patriot and Schultz taking the Little Bird, which means they're going to have the co-pilot using the camera, which means it's going to also be a reconnaissance tool. And yes, we have totally missed the prediction. Our time limit is at 56, so I need to only put it up for 5 minutes. I do apologize. Let's quickly get this up here. This will be for round 2. Once again, I believe it is on the defending side. That is the case, so we can just put it up. I completely forgot about the prediction, guys. Go nuts. All right, but I mean, that is pretty much everything broken down. Let's go ahead and look at our AO. I mean, there's some really creative rocks put down here. I really do like it, but these positions are really bad to be in for Op4 because of all of the air support that Blue 4 gets. So I do like all these random little positions, pillars here. You got to be careful about using too many rocks, bless you, Boo, because otherwise frames can be a little hairy, but I haven't really ever seen frame problems, and I have to be perfectly honest. Also, I see that additional hydrate and the new one right there, too. Bloodwing's staring at me now every time I say the damn word. Woo! Rocks will eat your frames here. And Pierce is once again... No, he's commanding the defense last time. Now, again, giving Pierce credit today. He did command offense last round, and he won. And he did everything he needed to do to win. He didn't get lucky. He literally just did everything properly. Vix, I did. Don't worry. Don't worry. Otherwise, looking over at our terminals here, you got one terminal labeled as Terminal 3 down on the southern side. Terminal 2 is all the way up in this northern group. These are all some really nice custom-placed buildings and towns as well, but all the terminals kind of out and about. which is going to prevent the defending faction from getting any easy camps. So you're probably going to see Op4 only pick 2 of the 3 terminals to actually hold on, and then foregoing 1 and just building their defensive lines around as well. But there's just a lot of custom play stuff around here. I think it's just a lot of random rocks and whatnot to add a little bit of flavor to these roaming forests here to make sure a little more interesting. And I'm going to be honest, looking at this angle, I probably wouldn't be able to tell you what map this was, just because of all the rocks placed. I mean, I would tell you it's like Cherno-esque, but Cherno would not come to mind just because of all the rock placement here. It looks really foreign to me. But you're going for stuff like that when you're trying to build stuff like this because it makes it a lot more interesting. It does feel really Halo-esque too. I will include that. Yeah, how much time do we have? Hey, Boo, when you're done with that, I have a favor to ask you. Can you mix 2 shots of the Kaluau and 2 shots of orange juice? Shake it with some ice and bring it down here for me? Okay, yeah. There's something I want to try, because the last IRL stream we did between being a house husband, you know, cooking peanut butter cookies, thinning the garden, I ended it with a cocktail toast. I'm going to do that again, and I have another cocktail I want to try. And this is a pretty simple one. Huh? Yeah, I said after you were done. So I have a shit ton of Kaluau, because I got a little too much, because when we host parties here, I have a cocktail bar. So I got a little too much of that, so a friend of mine is giving me a bunch of cocktail recommendations to burn through all the Kaluau, so. Alrighty. Yeah, I'm not even going to say it because then she'll look at me. There you go. No more waterboarding for me, not till she's done. Alright, so 2 more minutes remaining. I think with Blue 4's assets, they have a really good chance here, but Op4 with those 2 UAZ Dishkas could do some counterattacking on the MSRs. And if they are able to catch some of Blue 4's units early on with those counterattacks, they could do some serious damage, but there's a lot of stuff on this map. There's a lot of potential routes for Blue 4 to go in on. It's also a really small LZ. Only a few kilometers between Blue 4 spawn and the actual AO, so counterattacking for Op4 might not be the best thing, and then even then you see them both kind of setting up over here. One of them is being used by... Okay, no. I actually don't know where the UAZ Dishkas are, because I thought X-Ray took them both, but that's not the case. Yeah, they're being used for static defense then, because you see one right here, and then the other one I have no idea. So Op4 might try to be a little more mobile with all their vehicles, but we'll just have to see. Wow, it's Purple Man. What is Purple Man doing? And he's gone. All right. The Purple Man Easter egg of FNF. You see him or you don't see him. And no, that's totally not Malin being an admin doing silly things. And totally he is not listening to this channel right now. Yeah, there is, with these rocks, too, a lot of cover for vehicles to utilize when pushing up. And that's going to also provide cover for some good dismounting of areas as well. I also love how you have on this basketball court, these guys have built a little bunker line around here. I feel a little bad for the defenders because, yes, there are open areas that they can lock down, but there's just a lot of trees and a lot of cover to allow the attackers to really get in close to this AO. I see it. Vix, do not bring up the Prince of Pleasure. I did hydrate there. Prince of Pleasure might come back soon. FYI. And if you know what that means, I know you'll get excited. If you don't know what that means, don't worry about it. You'll know it when it happens. All right, so I mean, Op4, they're really banking on the MSR being utilized here to push forces in. I think that's a bit of a fallacy here, because out of all of this custom area to push through, when Blue 4 starts getting their heads in and seeing all these custom built up, you know, rock formations and whatnot, they might assume that a lot of this is just good cover for them to push position to position to. So there's no reason for them to really use the MSRs to come in on. Vix, we can talk about that in DMs, actually, because I am looking to vary a few things, but now's not the time. Wink. Okay, I'm gonna admit to you guys, I looked up at that, and the tree was perfectly placed. You tell me what that looks like. You tell me what that looks like for a brief second. And I was about to start screaming. Okay. Yeah. It'll never get out of my damn head. Not with every time the fucking players draw it on the goddamn map. It's a very sussy rock up there. Anyway. Round has begun. Blue 4, okay, they're going to completely ride around here. The AVP coming up the MSR, you got X-Ray coming around on the left flank, and you got the M2 Humvee just chilling around over here. So we'll have to see how things go. So I'm just kind of watching the map here. Blue 4... a little risky to drive through forests like this because they do risk, you know, getting armored and killing themselves. But with this massive outflank, if they continue to come around, they might try to attack on the northern side, which would completely bypass all of Op4's positions. Ooh, legal action coming in. One of the members of Papega. He won't make it for this round, but he could make it for round 3. He is also one of the really good top-tier players. But yeah, no, if Blue 4 then chooses to dismount over here and attacks from the high ground coming down through the forested bits here, this could be a pretty nasty counterattack to deliver. And then while they're doing all that maneuvering, they can have their little bird fly around and practically get reconnaissance data. I hear it right now, actually. That's exactly what she's doing. So she's over here right now. She's going to be scanning these areas, looking to see if Op4 have any defenses on the northern side. And then she's just going to be flying around to find where Op4 have congealed. Oh, look. It's Purple Man. Malin, you can't be talking to members of Scandia Recon while the round started. Goober. Oh, God, another one. I see it. Risk the Arma for the biscuit. Yeah, always. We are on round 2 tonight of the 3 branches of EU. Yeah, Legal, I think, disconnecting because he realized that the round has unfortunately started. He is 3 minutes late. And now we have to wait patiently. I do like the strategy here. X-Ray coming around all the way over here. Don't really see the point, but it's X-Ray. Usually X-Ray just goes in the opposite direction of the main force, and they move on with their lives, but... Whoop, excuse me. So you've got the vehicles also coming around, maybe because they have louder engines or they just want to kind of bait Op4 into thinking they're attacking from an opposite angle. I mean, this is a pretty decent strategy so far by Depso, but we'll see what else he pulls here. The techies are pretty well hidden. They can be immediately used for countering or moving forces quickly around, but I think Blue 4 is going to get way too close to allow for something like that. All right, so this right here is literally just the M2 and the AAVP driving around in 2 separate directions to set up noise audio, and they're suppressing things over here. This is debate Op4 into thinking there's more stuff here than there actually is to force them to push everything down to the south. This is a brilliant feint by Depso. The question is Pierce going to fall for it? Pierce, usually when he sets up defenses, he sets them up tiered in different areas. Yes, I see the damn hydrant. There you go. He sets up forces in various different areas here. So he's not going to be pushing everything to this defensive sector. But this is going to keep these guys engaged and be giving false data to Pierce and making them think they're attacking from this side. Now, the one concern is Blue 4 dismounting way too far out for this ruse to lose potency. But as long as they keep driving around, this will buy them at least 5 or 10 minutes before Op4 starts wising up to no infantry moving up from that sector. What's the special thing about the Gazes? I think some of the seats you can turn out off and engage from, otherwise not much. They're just transport cars. You're going to overhydrate me? Yeah, at this rate. I think that's what Vix wants, though. Who knows? All right, so yeah, you got Arma Jesus coming in. I saw Cake here come in. So Papega Pirates are going to make a presence for round 3, and that is going to be quite interesting. We also do have Curie AFK over here. He might run in later. If not, and Blue 4 gets wiped, he'll probably just get killed off by an admin. All right. Again, now we just gotta wait patiently. So immediately you're already starting to see this lose potency because the Vicks are pulling back here. Blue 4, actually Op 4 is going to be wondering where the attack is... no, let me roll back on that. Op 4 is going to be wondering where the main force is going to push in from. They have their forces really heavily divided here. This is going to allow Pierce some counter-attacking room once Blue 4 get their feet in the door, but it looks like Depso is going to go for a... He's going to go for 2 separate attacks here between Alpha and Charlie hitting this one terminal site and Bravo and Delta hitting this terminal site. But Bravo and Delta have dismounted pretty far out. I would think with the Little Bird, they'd be able to do some better reconnaissance because they were already flying over this area. But this is going to probably take another 5 to 10 minutes of maneuvering to make anything really worthwhile happen here. You guys are killing me. Why are you looking at me like that? I didn't say anything, honey. I did have water. You should really get back to your highlighting. School is important for you.
Stay in school, kids.
Stay in school until you can make money, and then once you start making money, unless it'll help you make more money, don't give a fuck about school. Anyway, time limit is up there, 42 minutes. Plenty of room for, plenty of time for Blue 4 to make any maneuvers like this. They are doing about a kilometer dismount, which I get the caution. With the objectives so close to each other, they can afford to do something like that, but it just means it's going to be a little bit of a drawed out round. But now we have more 50 cal fire. And now you hear the BTR firing back with that 14.5 millimeter. You practically have this gunner trying to snipe with a 50 cal here. Hold up, and the Humvee just decided to push up right there. You got a lot of random fire coming. Oh, no, this is Gamma 2. Big red on red here. That's the BTR firing at their own forces here. That is a very big oopsie here. Bullstorm Phantom thanks for the 10-month resub, and Alpha Wolf thanks for the 16-month resub. I hope you both keep enjoying the operations. A lot of wolves in chat today. Otherwise, hope you'll keep enjoying the ops. Hope you get a nice kick out of the stereo. So one of these Op 4 guys has been taken out here. This was Hayes. And then to confirm it, yep, we got a -1 on Banks, who's the gunner there. So that's going to be being fed on their command net, and they're going to think Blue 4 is coming in from this forested area. Unless it gets called up that it's a massive red on red situation, but they unloaded all of their ammo through a 50 round and a 250 round box in there, so that was a bit of a misplay. I see it, chuckleheads. So now you're going to potentially start seeing these Blue 4 Vics maneuver around to support the push from the north after doing some distraction to the south. You just got to hope that Op 4 doesn't track those vehicles coming around, which they might, because they've got a really nice semicircle defensive line right here with some outer groups there to hold other areas. Waterboarding me slowly. Good God. Y'all are killing me. But as I say that, you got the Humvee now pulling back. I think we should at least see the Humvee continue to harass from the rear. But then again, I think it's also the AAVP trying to get on the high ground on this hilltop to try to find angles to snipe potential Op 4 guys with the 50 cal from range. But that'll keep Op 4 pinned over here and leave them none the wiser to these 2 separate attacks coming from the north. Yes, so FNF, if one person on one side opens the map, they see where every other friendly unit is on the map. And depending on the color, one color means they're up, another color means they're unconscious, and if they're dead, they're just not there. So yes, the BTR could technically open its map and see if it's friendly firing, but at the same time, that would require the BTR to know its bearings and know the bearings of the enemy force. Vix, you're getting way too excited over this. See, the thing is, and then some of you on other streams where she's busy working do it, and then I send her the pictures of you guys doing it, and that just seems to excite her even more. So good God. This is how trends form. This is why I'm probably going to delay the hydrate command by another few minutes so I don't drown. It's actually really funny because Arcor actually came into my channel before we started and said, hey, like, be careful about drinking so much water because that's going to make your sodium levels unbalanced. And he is right about that. If you drink too much water, you can die. But I mean, that's with everything. If you do too much of something, you could practically die. That's just how bodies work. It's a balance. But yeah, look at where all these defensive positions are pointing. They're still expecting stuff to come from the south. They have no idea that they're going to be countered from a northern flank. So you do have some forces coming around here. Some groups are starting to wise up and look around thinking, okay, where's Blue 4? We've been taking contact from the south. We haven't had any confirmed sightings of infantry. What's going on? So they're trying to branch out here to figure out where everything is. You got some forces now a little further out. The BTR is going on a stroll. You got a small team over here trying to look around. This is part of X-Ray, though. Oh, it's Stark and freaking Falcon. Ironically, this is probably the best position they could be in because this will give them the opportunity to ambush Blue 4 X-Ray. And if any two people could do that ambush properly, Stark and Falcon would be two very good candidates for that. Oh, man, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Ooh, hope you're okay. Damn it, Mal. I'm going to do it before Vix can even say anything. Boom. But yeah, I think in the... she still said it. Probably in the next intermission, I'm going to switch it to 5 minutes. Might not be able to because of when I use my wired connection for streaming. Sometimes certain things don't like to load properly, but I digress. Hey, Burnside, how you doing? Oh, yeah, so Blue 4 are now hooking their vehicles around. They're going to have them reinforce the northern attack, which it's risky because you could potentially give away your ruse to the south. But at this point, you have all your forces so put in depth here that it doesn't really matter. So the crazy thing of how Blue 4 strat is going to work here is this force is going to engage. This force is probably going to be on the hillside and still continue to snake around. This force is not going to have any opposition, so they're going to get in there, start the terminal, and then they have room to either reinforce Terminal 2 or push to Terminal 3 on a different vector entirely. So in terms of unit position, Blue 4 has done a really good job because this central force here is going to basically be able to support either side, but from a different colored position, covered position, to also flank any defenders that are, have to set up from any other flank that are being attacked from. The one fear is if Op4 has a defensive position here, this force gets bogged down and then can't support from the main attack. But because Op4 have set up this really interesting strat where they're really just focusing on holding the MSR. These guys are all behind a defensive line, focused on the MSR. I guess that's one of Pierce's caveats still, is on the defensive side, he's not really realizing that in an AO like this, you can really just be attacked from anywhere. So committing so many guys on a single defensive line isn't the best idea. I mean, yes, it gives him this large group to then immediately retask, but there's also this massive bunker line right here. I guess Hesco line. That it just exists now, And then they've got some trenches dug out over here as well. So my question is going to be, Charlie 2 is going to engage with these guys. These guys are a little behind, but they'll eventually come in. You got some rogue GLs being thrown over here that could throw off some of the defenders as well. Just a little bit of accidents and misplays. But how does Op4 counter at this point? Oh, man. There's the first fight going. They are able to kill that first guy. And you actually heard the shots below me. So now Op4 might start wising up to this. As you see some marksman shots going in to this high area. These guys immediately getting down. They're going to be turning their turrets around, hopefully. Otherwise, again, their stuff is just out of position here to properly do anything. I'm watching this, because this is where Op4 could really do some damage as well. And the BTR is hunting them. Blue 4 X-Ray, either X-Ray group do not possess AT capability. So that's where it could get quite messy very quickly. So you got a marksman up on Blue 4, blinking off at him as well. A little tough to see through the trees. They've turned the cord around and are starting to fire. Wow, a GL landing right on top of Charlie 2 right there. Zuki's still alive, though. That's lucky. Usually when a GL hits at that close, you are dead. But otherwise, we see someone on that construction building knocked out. More Blue 4 from Charlie are starting to push in. You got Charlie HQ on the rear. And now this is going to be pulling all these guys away. So Bravo Blue 4 can come around and get right on top of this one objective here. And then Alpha's going to basically touch that area uncontested. This is a very, very big tease. Oh, they're literally checking tree to tree. Oh, that's adorable. Yeah, so they're trying to find a sniper spot here. That sniper team is going to be under so much freaking pressure if they start firing. Who's the closest guy? It's Stark with an AS foul. But again, Blue 4 might bypass that position entirely. You got this Vic coming back around. I see. So they're actually firing up at these cliff sides here. I think getting a little confused on where they are. It's because you got Nafs over here trying to set up his sniper rifle and see if he gets a kill. Missed. That was a buzzing noise. I thought that was a bug, but no, that's the AH-6 Little Bird starting to do some gun runs here. And now you're going to have the vehicles up on this hill potentially start coming down and offer some assistance. And as you've, wow. And then you got platoon lead up here, literally just watching the fight from all the way up here. That is not a bad design. You got some AT-4s being fired in on this building as well. And I can't tell if this building's taken damage or not. It might be set to invincible, it might not be. It's not dark enough to be its damage texture, though. Alpha HQ is about to touch that terminal up there. But they're now quickly coming back. I see it, I see it. Hey, Willow, how you doing? So, Bloodwing is busy prepping for grad school right now. When she's done, she's gonna make me a drink. Because I asked nicely. And then possibly waterboard me more. So, I need to increase that timer, though. You guys are nuts. Wow, BTR just took an AT hit, but it did nothing. They had to have hit it in the wheel, but then the wheel would be destroyed. So that was just the weakest hit I've ever seen on a BTR. Just completely shrugged it off. Minimal damage for the crew inside. I did, Vix. I did. So we'll see that hack happen. We'll see if Stark and Falcon start to pursue X-Ray there or pull back and just run into them. Now you got Bravo coming down the line here. I don't see any fire directly going towards him, but you do see GLs going. There's the Terminal 1 hack. I think Alpha's going to come in and reinforce. Now you got Bravo starting to fire down here. You can hear the AAVPs 50 cal firing. But now you got more Bravo getting engaged and picked off up here. Wow, GL's just... I thought there were some kills up here, but no, it's just some knockouts happening. But you can see that barrage just absolutely getting people. Look at the range of it, though. Wow, so this is all the way from Bravo. Oh, of course it's fucking Scandia Recon. They have this pre-range, and they're pretty much making mini 40mm mortars rain on Blue 4, and it's having some pretty effective results there. That is amazing. Because you got to remember, any AT or GLs fired into the air, at that point, technically it's indirect fire. You're not aiming directly at your opponent, but you're still putting something in their direction that could potentially kill them, similar to a mortar. So it's pretty much accurate mortars at that point, just, you know, small 40mm shells instead, and it's effective, as you just saw. So quite a nice thing to see right there. Now you got the A86 continuing to fire, not really being super effective though. It's too high of an angle, and there's too much distance for them to really do much. Oh god, and now they're following. Stark and Falcon are looking for Blue 4 X-Ray, and Blue 4 X-Ray has no idea. This, I think, is only going to be a minimal thing at the end of the day, but... Oh, there goes Terminal 1. Now Blue 4 will either see them push forces over to the final terminal here, or they'll come and reinforce. Because you do have some people in Op4 really doing their best to hold the line here. You got Tackleberry here with the PKP in the middle of the Blue 4 defense group here. So I'll keep an eye on this area over here. Maz just got sniped. You hear suppressive fire going here from Blue 4 as they are countering and engaging Op4 X-Ray. So Nafs is now turned around. He's taking some shots as he tries to line up an angle. Probably is calling for Stark and Falcon to come over and assist him at this point. But now you see Terminal 2 just starting to get sandwiched up here. And that little bird is still engaging where it can. That defensive line is turned around. You hear that BTR fire, and I can't get a good eye on where it is at the moment. Looking over at the casualty list, Nafs also just got picked off. Bravo HQ is dead. Some Delta. Remember, Charlie 2's down. And Blue 4, I mean, they only have a few skulls in Charlie 2 at the moment. So far, this attack is going really, really well for Depso. I'm going to be honest, I really don't know how Pierce on the defense command can turn this around unless he just hunkers down on the final objective and gets lucky. Already been 25 in your age? What do you mean by that, Mr. FK? Also, welcome. Another hydrate? Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, Blue 4 could take a few more casualties here, as you're seeing, but there's too many here to really worry. Plus the objectives on the outside, so Op4 aren't really in any good position to hold this area down per se. So, I mean, Blue 4 can just run up and touch the terminal and then watch the terminal because Op4 will run out like rats. And you just saw one of the Op4 guys get picked off as they were running around. So this terminal is about to fall soon. These guys are still up here holding. I don't know what for. I guess they're waiting for this group to go in so they can be a supporting element for the final terminal itself. So not Falcon. He's engaging what he can. But Stark was picked off earlier. And they've got Lolo kind of following them. Andres just got taken out. Lolo now trying to get a hit with his sniper rifle, but he's going to quickly pull back. As Falcon runs around trying to look for him. Quickly hides behind a tree. Sees Falcon. Can he line up the shot in time? Misses. Oh, Falcon sees him. Falcon almost running into that grenade, though. Missed again. He's stuck reloading. Falcon suppressing his direction, but Falcon thought I just saw him rack. No, he did the jump glitch where he glides around. Lolo switched to his handgun and actually knocked Falcon out with the handgun. Wow. Not expecting that. We got Op4 now counterattacking with some of their forces here. These elements are a little out of position. Otherwise, Terminal 2's hack has been initiated. Great handgun drop there. And that guy's taken out. But now you got more Blue 4 coming around. It's just a numbers game. Now you got Arcor coming around. GL at Arcor. Use your GL. Oh, that was brutal. Oh. And he gets headshotted. Hard to do third-person angles like that when they go right against a wall. Another... Oh, God, now Hell's joining them, too. That's the BTR. It's dead. Very unfortunate there. Yeah, so Op4... Falcon woke back up. I mean, this fight, that doesn't even matter anymore. It's inconsequential. 24 minutes remaining. Alpha now coming off of that hill because the other objective, it was stopped, but they finally started to get a move on. He just had a trade right here. Tackleberry, he was on 5 kills. And you really see that number advantage nullified here. Eric Kiru could run in. I think we're about to see a Blue 4 guy come out and touch the terminal again. If not the guy closest to it, which is Audi, it would be Lacar4. That might give Eric Kiru some time, though, to come and encounter it, because I think there's about a minute left on its actual timer. So if this group gets stalled, that could turn around. But looking at the numbers right now, Blue 4 lost a lot more guys in this fight than they would have liked to admit. And that might give the final objective the ability to turn around. I mean, you still have Op4 clean up these guys up here, and then once they do that, they can come in and attack from the rear. 45 seconds remaining. Eric Kiru just loses the one-on-one. I don't think Tackleberry could wake up at this point. He's probably going to die in the GBU explosion. You got some suppression up there to make sure that body is taken out. You got more Blue 4 running in right here. Eric Kiru got a little too desperate when he needed to be a little more cautious and just accidentally vaulted a position that cost him. And it happens, you know. Heat of the moment turnarounds there. Yes, I already did, Vix. Don't you worry. I've been keeping track of them, just drinking more when more come up. And there's the hack. Tones, please. Yeah, back away, buddy. Okay, I was about to say, that better not have been his body right there. But yeah, there's the double tap. Guys, if you're in a game where things can explode and stuff beeps, you probably want to keep away from that. Just my 2 cents. Alright, so you still got some harassment up there, but you got a driver coming up to pick all these guys up. I'm worried they're accidentally red on Reading Falcon. You got the crew that have gotten out here. Blue 4 is going to start charging this picket line as this little bird comes around. The wheels at this Vic have actually been shot out. They're trying to get the Dishkas online for it. Yep, so now they're going to start pushing this picket line. You could see these 2 crewmen turn it around here, though. They're in a really good spot to do some flanking. And they've got some CQC weapons like PP-2000s, which, you know, at this range could be really, really effective. But they have to show a little bit of aggression here. They can't be cowards. So one guy pushed up. He got picked off. Come on, guys. This is exactly the opportunity you want. So I'm not sure what he just engaged over here. He might have gotten the kill. Yeah, Banks is at 0 now. So I think he picked off this guy. Oh, they spotted one. Banks gets a knockout on that second guy. And the running around begins. And that is the power of the PP-2000, because they give him the 44-round magazines, and as I say that, I caster cursed him, and he dies. Well, never mind. We have a nice little smoke thing right here as Blue 4 pushes up these forces. You got another flanking force coming around here. Still anyone's game, in my opinion. And there's another one. Drinking. Little Bird just has a single 2,000 or 3,000 round M134 7.62 by 51 minigun pod. FNF is really adamant about not having rockets nor any type of explosive machine guns or autocannons. Death count, I mean, Op4 still have a good chunk remaining. Blue 4 have definitely lost their numbers advantage, and the numbers are looking a little more even. I do appreciate the explosives being thrown over, though. I think that might have just killed someone, actually. And they're throwing, oh, they're throwing satchels back. But Blue 4 is already repositioning around here. So most of this attack has been stopped because they have 2 people down right here, and they're still securing those trees. Got another force coming around right here, but a lot of Op4 are just in internal positions. So this is just going to fall to whoever's will is the strongest here. Who has the better PvP for this remaining fight? Oh. Cullis, that is an evil position for you to just murk people's headshots. Hey, Dream, how you doing?
Look at my kill count.
You got, yeah, yeah, you got 6 kills. Okay, not bad.
Yeah, I fucking popped off with that science rifle, and I got into a, guess who I got into a fight at the end? Fucking
Falcon.
Falcon. Oh my god, that man is so slippery.
Yes, he is. That's why he's considered one of the best. Did you kill him?
Traded.
Traded with him. Ah, he is going to be unhappy about that.
He was, but though, I would like to think, and he's gonna, if he hears this, he won't agree with it, but I think I had the better out there because he had a fully automatic weapon and I had the fucking, Mark 14.
Yep.
The outfit.
Yeah, so Op4, they drove a group back that were basically playing around with the X-ray. Looks like they're going for the Overwatch units here. They're popping grenades up here now. That's going to start wising up some of these forces. Is that a satchel thrown at the AAVP? And it takes it out. Brilliant. So that's to harass their overwatching element.
So who is winning here? Because you really couldn't make it out on comms.
It's really been back and forth. Blue 4 had a great plan. Op4, I would say overall, have had the slightly better PvP. And that's been allowing them to just knock Blue 4 out when they travel through the open areas. As well as Op4 have had some really good defensive positions that have nullified Blue 4's supporting assets to giving any proper support to assist them. And now you're just kind of stuck with this. Oh, Op4's getting really smart with their grenade throws right now. It's just a... How would I put it? Just a hair shy of where they need them to go, but if they keep it up, they'll do really, really well with it.
Yeah. So, you can pretty much put X-Ray's plan together. We went all the way around, dismounted, and then moved in. What happened there was we Alpha called in. Their sniper team was engaging at Terminal 1. Me and Spiky got the okay to move up, and me and her basically just systematically took out everyone there. Unfortunately, Spiky didn't get any kills, but we'll have to check.
I did it. Ooh, Op4 with a well-timed grenade, but the platoon leader sees the grenade in time and pulls back. I don't think he died to it.
Someone died to it. Helicopter just got hit by something. I heard it. Oh, they landed.
They landed in the AO. Oh, that's brilliant. The freaking helicopter rush. But with the MP7s... Oh my god. It's gonna be a grenade double tap on this guy, I think so. Yep. But then he's taken out by a flanking unit. But this has caused Op4 to pull their forces back. Bravo 2 for Blue 4 might still get something in here, but I mean it's neck and neck. This is gonna turn into just some outskirt skirmishes.
What a neck! Oh my god.
Did Op4 finally get a good Op4 and kill the rest of Blue 4 up there? Yep, I said they were going to get one.
Oh, that was a beautiful nade.
There's the 15 minutes of play. Only G-Legs is up on the northern side, but there's only 2 Op4 guys to deal with. Numbers are even, if not slightly, in Op4's favor. But that noise pollution from the chopper is also going to be raining hell on this.
Can they get that convincing push in?
By the way, Falcon says he couldn't shoot straight because he got 4 to 7 shot. Got shot 4 to 7 times in the arms.
Yeah.
So he was a wheezing asthmatic attempting to shoot you.
That was me. I think I hit the gun.
Oh.
I knew it was you as soon as you put the gun in the back while I was shooting you. I was like, oh, this is fucking Falcon.
Vix, honey, I'm running out of water, please.
I also realized that the rounds on the Mark 16, the actual gun was overranged at
Will
no
you earn something
matter
that
how close
Falcon?
you were.
Thank you.
So when I was shooting
Maybe I'll
you,
keep
the
joining the
reason I
operations.
missed you is because the
Get a nice
bullets
kick
were
out of
going
the
over your
snare.
fucking head even though I was aiming at you. I was aiming center mass and the bullets were just going over. So it was like the CS:GO AK. Ooh, nade goes out. Doesn't actually take out.
Yeah, they got lucky there. I saw that explosion. I think it's GLs, though, which have slightly smaller explosions than actual M67s or RGOs. They're treated more like RGNs.
They kind of fucked themselves here.
Have fun,
They
Falcon.
need to start popping smokes or start moving.
I think they're out of them, though, because I already used them on the other
really?
pushes here, yeah.
Well, they've got to move away from this dingy shaft because
Ooh.
they will die once whoever that is can actually get their shots on target.
A smoke round deflected.
Oh, nade goes over. It might go too far to do any significant damage. Second one.
Yeah, they're being thrown too far. Might do a little bit of fragmentation. Oh, but a great headshot by Dooley. Tiny church. I think Op4 might have this. Blue 4 is just too branched out, but it could still turn around. Some short-range grenade throws.
Well, that's a satchel.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was
brilliant. Brilliant throw by Fred.
Bro by Brett.
Yep, now you see him double tapping. You got other Op4 guys firing onto the remaining Blue Force position. I think this is it. I think Op4 have won this by the skin of their teeth, and Pierce has won his second round as a commander tonight. If he wins this. Which is unheard of, in my opinion. But hey, it's the night. He's going to turn it around.
And I got 6 kills and played a convincing game. Even more unheard of. Did I? Okay, that's a smoke. I was about to say, I thought the Bravo 2 guy just... I mean, look, it's not over for Blue 4. They just have to be extremely smart with how they play.
I could see them utilizing smokes to get up here, but I mean, these are the last 4 units on their side, so...
They have to do it now, because these are the only smokes I think have left to be thrown.
Yeah, because they're using colored at this point.
Flinger firing out.
Fred, use the satchel. No. He's gonna come around.
No, he's not.
Wow, okay.
I think he's moving far to get cover. You won't see Flinger through the smoke. Flinger has to move now because the smoke's starting to dissipate. And he does. He should move out of the...
You see, Ivan, if you travel to the position they were firing at and they've stopped firing, it means you can now use that position to sabotage and ambush enemy because now they think that's not where bad guy is.
Big brain.
Because that's exactly what Fred just did.
Bravo 2 moving in.
Dooley trying to keyhole Nemo here.
Dooley's gonna get snuck up on Oh my god. Oh my god.
Almost got the whip around, but nope. Flaninja dropping in and getting the better on him.
Ooh, cheeky spot from Fred.
Yeah, exactly. He went under there, but that was where the other guy was firing at earlier, which I found was funny.
We were about to have...
Is Guardian about to hit Flaninja here? No, Flaninja!
They both missed their shots, but Flynn Ninja gets the better of the shots.
Second to last round.
Zen hit, I think, body. Someone please destroy that fucking helicopter.
Yeah, the noise pollution. Flaninja catching Guardian Zine as he goes prone away. Wow.
There's now a 2v3 with a third Op4 moving in.
Little worried because Fonz is coming from the rear. He's taking off the stock from his gun.
Will Fred spot Nemo? Fred's not looking away, but Nemo's also running straight into Fred's direct line of sight.
He knows they keep running up to use that position as cover.
Yeah. Now they've rejoined forces. This is everything that's left of Blue 4. Flint Ninja has been on fire.
This is a 3v4, but the fourth is Blast, who's out of position here. This could swing either way.
Why is Blast?
Oh, I agree, Nelson. This would have been a really cool out for the brief table because of all the 3D aspects of it.
He's looting.
Yes, we caught it. Don't worry, Roderick. We caught the, like in the nick of time, the satchel hitting the IFE. That was great.
I was playing Daisy.
Well, technically AFE, but Fred just got spotted and picked off by Datalator. It is now 3v3 even. But one of those Op 4 guys is, I think, AFK.
I don't think he's AFK.
I dare say Op 4 might actually...
Don't say it.
It's Fonz, Cat... No, did Cat just get knocked out? Wow.
Now, the last one, Fonz.
I see why. There's a little... Okay, hold... No. So if you go close, you'll see the grass, but if you're in Daedalur's position, the grass doesn't cover it, so we saw him from underneath the shed because you can see a little blimp of him under. If you look from Daedalur's position, so we saw that and just engaged him. Brilliant.
Fonz is playing it smart. He's going around the back. He's following their footsteps. It's where they point him to be. But he has a bit of a mountain to climb. Especially
Hack
now.
the damn terminal, please.
The terminal.
There is a satchel on it, but the triggerman is dead. But I think they might see that and freak out. I see it, Vex.
Well, outside. Look for it. Just go outside.
Noise pollution is making it impossible to hear each other's feet. Otherwise, Daedalus and, Daedalur and Fonz might have been able to hear each other.
No, the other way. Oh, no. Oh, Blue 4 do their own.
8 minutes remaining. Please, for the love of God, touch the damn terminal, Full Ninja. He's new, so... Blue on blue! Blue on blue! Op 4, take him out! If they initiate the hack, though, I think Blue 4 would have this in the bag. Yeah, he's very quiet because that's how his mic's set up, unfortunately.
Why is he not?
Oh my God. What is this Predator Stalker BS?
Oh, yeah.
You missed!
Fonz, you get the best nade I've seen in a while.
It's a smoke grenade! It's another smoke grenade!
Please don't run into it. Oh, that one.
It's another smoke! It's another smoke!
Why does he go pistol out?
He gets him with the pistol! No!
Daedalur is the best player ever. As Ninja finds it, he actually presses enhanced movement on it. Oh, Liru. Okay, there we go.
It's GG.
Space key is Flynn Ninja's space key is what do you call it key? Is jump key or is enhanced movement key? So it's just struggling. Flynn Ninja and Daedalus are the two heroes of this game here. Flynn Ninja walked in and decided it was his time.
Yeah.
Here we go, they're going to turn the highway off.
That was, I agree, that was a Blue 4 clutch through and through. With new people from the 7R community. I mean, Ninja on 3 kills, Nemo on 0, but Daedalur on 5. That was beautiful.
Here comes Blast with the SVD.
With 30 seconds remaining, though, a little over. They finally shut the engine off on that damn thing, though.
Came out. Holy shit.
Wow.
Yeah, we haven't seen one of those. Like a good comeback.
Yeah.
With just a few, like a few people in a long time.
New people, too, for the community.
Yeah, new people.
I
All
see
in the
it.
same squad as well.
There you go.
Hey, Liru.
Yeah.
They're getting invited to NA.
Shut up. And that's GG.
Oh my god, we won. Beep, 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 beep. Are you standing?
No, Op4 got a kill last second.
Yeah.
Ribbit.
It's just gone quiet now.
Yep. All right, round 3. I'm gonna mute myself and go AFK for a minute.
Yeah.
I just have to change my commands and then make myself something real quick.
All right.
Yeah, Blue 4 has won both rounds so far.
Woo.
Woo. All right. That's a sustained assault, so they're probably going to switch it up. Let's go ahead and change things up. All right, I hope you guys have been liking it so far. We will be covering round 3 and then going right into DayZ. Just give me a moment. Oh, Wamako. Oh my god. Wamako. Wamako is such a lovely map. All right, this is round 3, where, what are our odds here? I'll pay the prediction out in a second, by the way. Blue 4 is attacking once again. Okay. Four sectors. Blue 4 has a 10% numbers advantage. M115A1, M2. I forget what that is, personally. 2 M240 APCs, okay. I mean, those are just death sentences, to be honest. And then the 151 M2. And a little bird with 2 M134s. Well, Op4 has a BTR-80. And only a BTR-80. That's a lot of assets for Blue 4 here. Okay. Sounds a little scuffed, but that's okay. I've seen crazier balance in this. Wamako I love because it is a weird map. It's just absolutely nuts at times, but I will be right back 1 second.
Sorry, boo, I just finished. Alright. Oh, this is like 26 pages.
Send in GOAT Team 6 now.
8 months. Keep up the great work.
Let's give him a warm welcome, shall we?
Yeah, so leave them outside. Where? In the bin on top of the fridge. Like, take the bin down from the fridge, put the hot dogs in it so that water doesn't get everywhere. Just leave it somewhere on the counter. I used to love Tootsie Rolls as a kid. Okay. The problem is I get cavities from them.
Yeah, oh, I know. Come over here.
Come
Come over here. Yeah. No. Okay, hold on. Let me get my mic. There's something more inside. Try that. It's literally orange juice and Kahlua. It literally tastes like Tootsie Roll. It does smell like Tootsie Roll too.
Yes, it tastes like a
That tastes like a fucking Tootsie Roll.
It tastes like an orange Tootsie Roll.
Yeah. Literally tastes like a Tootsie Roll with a hint of orange. That's weird. Wow. That's good. Wow. All right. Wow. Okay. So I was up there making that. Whew. Yeah, I just went upstairs to make a drink for myself. Hey, Boo, when you're done, can I hand you the water glass and can you go refill that for me? I completely forgot to bring it up with me. Because I know my people are hitting me with those. Left, right, and center. Oh, okay, yeah, finish it then, Boo. That's fine, you're fine. I've got, I still have water here. So I was just running up to go deal with that. Let me also do a regular hydrate because I see those. But nonetheless, guys, I hope you have been enjoying Friday Night Fights. You know what? For the hydrate, I'll also drink this Tootsie Roll. It even smells like one, too. That's pretty fucking awesome. That's the secret combo. It's just Kahlua and orange juice. No, see if it's, I'm just not gonna, oh yeah, right, completely forgot to pay out the prediction. Thank you for reminding me. Just regular hydrate, and I'll just do it, it's okay. So Blue 4 won that by clutch. And we haven't seen a clutch win in a while, but that was quite beautiful. Whew. Alrighty. So yeah, there's a hydrate. You know, I'm probably gonna make that drink a few times because I have a shit ton of Kahlua I need to burn. It even has the color of a damn Tootsie Roll. It tastes like a Tootsie Roll. It smells like a Tootsie Roll. This is it's a liquid alcoholic Tootsie Roll. Oh my god, that's funny. Azuki asking if he can join the Papega Pirates players. I mean, Azuki's been playing aggressive, so I would imagine he'll be a good fit for that. How'd I make it? It's literally even parts Kahlua and orange juice, so I just did 2 shots of each. Azariah in the States, I'm sorry, in Freedom Land, we call it eggplant, all right? I know you're wrong, but it's okay to admit you're wrong. He called it that. From Great British Baking Show. Good God. It's not a quote hydrate, it's just do the regular hydrate and I'll drink some of that too. It's not going to get me buzzed. Actually, would it? Boo, what did I have for lunch today? Oh no, I did eat. Okay, yeah, I had leftovers. Yeah, so it's not gonna get me buzzed there. How much does it cost to go to see a doctor? As silly as. You see, in the States, we get to choose when we want to go to the hospital, all right? You just have to bring no identification, and look critically injured.
No.
And then, yes, Boo, what's up?
No. He doesn't understand. In the States, when we try to kill ourselves, it'll work.
That is not what I was talking about.
We can't afford it.
That was a really massive tangent. I hope that didn't get caught on the mic. Anyway. Okay, no, an eggplant parmesan is actually really, really good.
Oh, I can make.
I'd love to make eggplant parmesan too.
Well,
Azariah is asking for meal prep ideas, so I told him eggplant parmesan. I see another one. Yep. What? What? Hey, I thought you said you were gonna make moussaka though.
No, I was gonna make Rihanna.
Hmm.
Rihanna's like ratatouille.
Right. That's the ratatouille. I get you. And remortgage your home to pay for the hospital ride? Well, yes, Azariah, that's why you use an Uber, all right? That's why you use an Uber to go to the damn hospital. Improvise, adapt, overcome. Rice and beef, Liru, what the fuck does an eggplant parmesan? I mean, instead of beef, you just use eggplant parmesan and then you have a protein shake. Easy. Wow, we're still going to be just shy. Oh, no, we are going to be triple digits for the third round as well. All right, cool. This is going to be probably only an hour and a half a DayZ, though. You need to use beef? No, you don't. Nah, just use the eggplants. You're fine, buddy. I don't know, guys. Has anyone noticed the intermissions take a little longer? Prediction for this round, I'll put it as we transition to the next thing. But I've noticed the intermissions over the past few weeks have been going a little longer than usual, which is weird because I've seen that when they have 100 in, like a full server, it usually takes a little shorter, but I'm just curious. Maybe because there's a lot of solo players they're having to juggle around too. So, I don't know. Either way, let's looking at what we have in terms of the roster here. So Tilsitter is going to be commanding Blue 4 here, and they're dedicated to the 151M2. Interesting. So I believe that is an MRAP. X-Ray is going to be led by Mito, Lurch as the medic, Timek as the sniper, Depso as the spotter, Saven and Cat Morgan are being the suppress shooters. Minton is going to be leading Alpha, Shy taking one of the vehicle crew slots. Shun is going to be leading Alpha 1 with Roche, Nordic Prophet, Spiky, Mutant Legs, and Olaf. Alpha 2 going to be led by Newton with Khalil, Nikolai, Fons, Blast, Rodrigue, and Hayes. Nemesis is going to be leading Bravo with Wheaton and Hardcore taking the vehicle crew. Casual leading Bravo 1 with Iander, Nemesis, Whiplash, Katz, Johnny, and Cullis. Bravo 2 being led by Banks with Major Khan, Pertin, Tackleberry, Ash, and Eric Kiru. Charlie HQ being led by Pete with Grav taking one of the vehicle slots. We have Pro Hunter leading Charlie 1 with Gogu, Circles, Amit the Balls, Thompson, and Solomon under him, and we'll continue the rest of it as we start the round. This is another Blue 4 attacking Op 4 position, so I'm going to put the prediction up, and I won't have to change much. And I'll go ahead and set this to 20 minutes as well. One second. Yeah, so we haven't really written down that many highlights. I mean, today's rounds haven't really been, like, highlight-worthy. They've just been really, really great at their effects here. But you got all three sectors broken down. I believe X-Ray might be starting at this close position. Blue Force starting in this large open area. Trying to determine if I know... Yeah, no, we had the Oh, God. The Space Marine... Not the Space Marine. Why am I blanking on it? Starship Trooper stuff in this town recently. I think it was this town? It might be... No, it was this town down here. So this is all new territory, actually. All right. Anyway, I'm going to continue with the unit breakdown because that's what we started doing in the previous roster. So we were on, I believe, Pro Hunter leading Charlie 1 with Gagu, Circles, and with the Balls, Thompson, Solomon, and Mike. Lolo leading Charlie 2 with Andre, Sismo, Mike, and Barton. And then Hotel 1 is going to be Pierce flying the AH-6 Little Bird. Op 4 being commanded by Vagrant. I was wondering when he would take his command position because we always see him command at least once in the branches here. So Vagrant leading Platoon HQ. Norris leading X-Ray with Fred, Bates, Chol, and Guardian Zen under him. Azuki leading Alpha HQ. Alpha 1 being led by Steve with Good Time Saddam, Fefmo, Holton, Kabubi Face, Dooley, and M. John. Valitarian leading Bravo HQ. Bravo 1 being led by Nemo with Ronnie, Hitenios, and Fluffy. You got to be watching these 7R guys. They clutched the last round for Blue 4. Flynn Ninja leading Bravo 2 with Daedalur, Zombie Forever, Joseph, Zally, and C4. Lakar 4 leading Charlie HQ with Yuru leading Charlie 1 with Audi, Leziek, Dawadox, Deska Keeper, and Navy Chan. And we got some Papega Pyre. Oh, God, look at this team. Arma Jesus leading Delta HQ. Delta 1 be led by Flux with Legal Action and Maz, which they just merged with Delta Actual. You're going to see this group merge with them as well. Of King, Kakir, Bance, Dream, and Nass all together. Then Blam, Patriot, and Loki taking the BTR. Yes, Boo. It is. Sometimes at full power, they flicker like this. So if I find my remote, which I might have moved on accident, I can lower the power. I need to clean off my desk again. Every few months, I have to clean this damn desk off. Ah, here's the remote. It does get dusty, I know. And then we change the color. Also, it is 5:30, so I might go AFK after doing the debrief here because I need to turn the lights back on my greenhouse. Simply because between the hours of 3 and 6 o'clock right now, that's when power is the most expensive per kilowatt hour. So I just have them take their 3-hour break because plants sometimes need a break from, or certain plants, most plants actually need a break from 24-hour sunlight to regenerate certain functions. So yeah, we got that. Otherwise, let's go ahead and look at our mission info. So Eric Hiru made this mission. Background Op 4 is at it again. Scientists in some secret factory are creating tree sprouts that float in the air. Oh. Blue 4, mission rules. Blue 4 can only have one squad in the second safe zone before start, which was that small zone we saw earlier. Game conditions, this is ad sector here. So if the defenders have one guy in the sector, the attackers can't take it. Once all people in the sector are down, are dead, unconscious, or get into a turret or a vehicle, then the sector becomes takeable by the attackers. So with that done, mission variables, 800-meter distance for renders, only 64 build points. Awkward number because stuff are in the... I don't think there's any 2 variables for... maybe there is. Maybe some planes are worth 12 points or something for building, but that's kind of a weird number to choose. Usually it's divisible by 5. Otherwise, Matt's weaponry, Op 4 have an Igla for their second AT weapon. And otherwise, a single RPG, 2 Blue 4 have 2 Mazes, both with 2 rounds each, and the Igla has 1, which means the Igla gunner has 1 AT round, and his assistant get an additional AT round. Blue 4 uniforms are going to be the Modern Army multicam camouflage. Breaking it down here, got the platoon lead, platoon sergeant, squad leader, team leader, auto rifleman, assistant grenadier, grenadier IR. Grenadier IRs are the guys that fire those parachute rounds, which are 40-millimeter cameras. You can fire in the air, deploy a parachute. You can access it like a camera. It gives you a top-down image of everything around it. Really useful for getting your bearings on the area. Machine gunner assistant, combat engineer, light anti-tank, medium anti-tank, and assistant, medium anti-tank 2, and assistant, recon infantry scout. Do these matter? Yes, there is X-ray today, so these 3 roles here do matter. Your designated marksman for Blue 4 appears to be a Mark 11. Crew lead, crewman, pilot, medics, and the base kit. Loadouts for Blue 4 are going to be M16A4s and M4A1s with the Block 2 model. Both of those, I think, aren't full auto. They're only 3-round bursts. Same with the M4A1. Glock 17s as their secondaries, 249s, 240 Golfs as their light machine gun and medium machine guns, respectively. Light anti-tank is going to be M136 single-shot AT launcher. Hint disposable. Spoke that a little too fast. My bad. Otherwise, sniper gets the choice of an M2010 sniper rifle, bolt action with various different camos here. 2 suppressed shooters get the choice between a Mark 14 or SOCOM 16. Both are 7.62 by 51 NATO battle rifles with 20-round magazines. Not too much of a difference there. Otherwise, crew and aviation either get the MP7 submachine gun or an M4A1. Nothing on crew serve weapons for Blue 4. Otherwise, their vehicles include an unarmed M113, 4 transport trucks, AH-6 Little Bird with 2 M134 minigun pylons. They get a Mutt Jeep with a 50 cal on, which is your 151, 2 M113s with 240 Golfs on them, and then one Humvee with an M2 on it, and it is up armored, as you see from right there. It just doesn't have the canopy. For meanwhile, their uniforms are going to be the Koziak guys that we saw from the previous round. Their marksman rifle, as I like to skip down, is going to be the SVD under DMR. That is what it looks like. You can tell by that green wrap right there and the length of the gun itself. Loadouts otherwise going to be AK-74 based, either the modernized version or the carbine version. Almost all of them always choose that one. They got an RPK or a PKP for their light and medium machine gun, respectively. RPG-26 for a single-shot disposable AT weapon. Recon gets the T5000. 2 suppress shooters in Recon get the choice of either an AKS-74 with 45-round banana mags or an AS-FAL chambered in 9x39 with 20-round mags. And then Green Aviation get a choice of either the PP2000 or an AKS. Stone Will, thanks for giving Green Neko a sub. Neko is, I think, spent the day building some really cool underground composition stuff. It looked good, Neko. If you ever want to send it to me for me to use, I would appreciate it. Otherwise, thank you so much. I hope you both keep enjoying the operations, and I hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. Otherwise, oh, was I not supposed to say it, or are you saying that because of the sub? Either way, I do apologize if it was what I said. Didn't know if you were keeping it a secret or not. My bad. Otherwise, 2 gas transport trucks, 4 transport cars, and then a single BTR-8 each with a 7.62x54 coax and a 14.5mm main gun. Weird. I mean, there's a lot of assets on Blue 4, but none on Op 4. Otherwise, your sectors include the following areas. Sector 1, which is this nice little fortified base right here, which is part of the map. Sector 2, which is this underground bunker-esque area, which they've already begun moderately fortifying. You can also have roof access on the back. And then Sector 3 is part of the town itself, tied to this quote-unquote secret bunker here, which... yeah, not so secret. You can't really access the interior. It's more for show. So it's controlling the outside of it, as well as this block on the MSR here. Actually, I don't think the secret thing is even tied to it. So I think this is just like a random... No, okay, no, it's added. It's just on the northern side now. It's looking south. So it's control for that block. Either way, not too much. It's going to be a pretty short fight, in my opinion, because of all the assets Blue 4 has, how close the objectives are to each other. And then, you know, Blue 4 having a single squad start in the front force, but they can only be on foot. So I'd imagine Blue 4 might just drive over, pick them up. Assault from the tree lines here, because Wamako does have some pretty nice thick tree forest to fight from, and then just get into position and take things out. Just a lot of single-story buildings, but this street has a lot of 2 stories with good overwatch positions. And then it's just a bunch of shanty town around. What was the map for round 2? It was Chernarus Autumn. But it was heavily modified to look more of a sci-fi-esque map, which is pretty nice. Overall, I don't really have a prediction for how this is going to go. Yes, on Op 4, you have a lot of good players, but they're stuck on defense. Blue 4, you do have Scandi Recon, where defense is their strong suit. But really, the advantages have gone to either in round 2, it was a bunch of names that we normally don't see. Fighting against each other, and then round 1 it was just a macro fight where Blue 4 did the right tactics to win. So Blue 4 has won both rounds tonight. Maybe that'll bleed over for round 3, because it has been just Russian-based kits fighting American-based kits, so we'll see if that holds true, but I don't know what to say beyond that, in all honesty. It could be anyone's game here. And right on, Echo, I appreciate it. All right, we've only written down 6 highlights for today. I'm going to be honest, it's kind of refreshing not to constantly be writing down things to edit back later, because the past like 3 or 4, if not 5 weeks of FNF, I've had like a full sticky notes worth of highlights by the end. But here, it's been pretty calm. That's pretty relieving. Usually it means the rounds are a lot more serious and some pretty well-lit action. Right on, Echo, I appreciate it. Otherwise, if you guys got anything else to say, feel free. And, I mean, that's it. We got 6 minutes to chill. After this round, we'll play a little bit of DayZ. I'm going to probably play an hour's worth, start trying to get myself to Tizzy. And then we'll be back for the NA branch, and then I'm going to chill. Alrighty. See, but for the other 2 rounds, we were literally making it down to the wire. Here, it's like, it's a pretty simple operation. More tiny church, good God. This is pretty much all set. I agree, tiny church does need a return. You can bonk again, good God. Hydrate, and a posture check, yep. What are we doing tomorrow? That's a fair question, because I have not prepped any Arma ops for the weekend, so I'm going to probably prep one tonight to run Sunday, because there's a few things I have in the air, but I'm still wrapping my head on how to properly do them. So Saturday, I might just take the evening off, or I'm going to literally just run something and say whoever shows up can play. But I'll make a decision. I'm going to probably take a break from Starship Trooper just to run something else. Yes, Boo? We could do Duck Game, if you want. My only planned stream is 3 o'clock to 6 o'clock for some Star Wars stuff. After that, we'll see how things go. Oh, Neko, you're fine. I can figure out how to spectate it. There's a lot of tricks you can do to still spectate inside tight quarters. Giggity. But... Yep, no, I have made plans with Bloodwayne to play Duck Game again. I just need to practice, and then even when I do practice, she's still going to kick my ass. But hey, a lot of you enjoy that, so... You're out of seat. Don't do that, honey. Don't give me hope. Don't give me fucking hope, please. That window just broke. I wonder if they have a command for that or something. So I can just break the windows beforehand instead of having to burn bullets immediately on that. Also, question, when are you making dinner? When are you making dinner?
Hot dogs defrost.
Oh, okay. When the hot dogs defrost.
Are you hungry?
I'm just wondering so I can time it, because I'm thinking maybe I can give myself like 45 minutes for, here's the water glass if you don't mind refilling it. 45 minutes for dinner. And then, oh shit, I still have 3 minutes. I need to go turn on my, jigs. So give me 1 second. I gotta turn the greenhouse power unit back on and then adjust the heating valve, because it's about to be 6 o'clock. So give me 1 moment. Just multitasking here.
What time do you want dinner? The hot dogs are kind of defrosted, so.
30 minutes.
Okay. Do you want it to be ready in 30 minutes, or I can get going on that 30
You
minutes?
get going on. You know, it's fun to be a streamer and a house husband. It's just really fun to bundle that all together. I'm just saying, for the record. You clicked Control A and automatically loaded everything. And yes, Neko, I would imagine you'd be at 1 FPS at that point. You gotta be careful. All right. Wrapping my robe around me, we saw Op 4 set up some really nice fortifications on these buildings so they can really lock down the open areas. I'm gonna be honest. I could see Blue 4 just swarming in and hitting these objectives. And I can see Op4 just fumbling it. But it does look like Op4 is going to do an all eggs in one basket approach and hold the town. So Blue 4 is just going to have to send forces around to sweep the other 2 sectors. But this is probably going to be a 30-minute match at most. But who the hell knows? So mission has started. Let's go ahead and watch things from above and see how things go. Did I have to take out the trash? No, I was turning on my greenhouse unit back on because I have to flip the power. Lights come back on automatically. I have to make sure the fan turns back on for intake. And then I have to adjust the heating unit. Basically, it resets every time the power shuts off. So you got to turn it back on and then set it to blow out hot air. I set it to 65 degrees, and that keeps the entire... Bloodwing's dancing next to me. She's being a bit of a goober. But that, if you put it at 65 degrees, what it does and how the unit works is air blows from under the greenhouse. So it pulls in air. And then it's aimed at the heating unit. So the heating unit, which is right next to some of the grow spaces, it prevents the heat from coming out in like a jet, and instead just has the heat kind of immediately blow to the back so it doesn't burn any of the plants. And then it travels upwards, but then circulates because of the fan. So it's a very nice design. But I don't mind doing it. It's just I need to get in the rhythm of, for the weekdays, turning off the power for so long. For when it becomes the second other season where power companies start charging for 2 different periods in the day for 3 hours, I'm just going to extend the break, or I can just do it twice. But I have to check the schedule again, because I can still have it on like a 16 grow hour period and still be fine, and then not pay really high rates for power at that time. But it's fun. We occasionally do a stream with it now. I did a stream for building it. I did a stream recently for thinning it. And then in another week or 2, I'll show you guys the pea flowers, just as a thing. Because on the bottom, I've got pea plants growing up a modified trellis I've made, where it's just a bunch of wire mesh. And they've taken a good liking to them. And have already started flowering. I'm just keeping them well fed with fertilizer, so... Yes, and that's exactly my point, because the heater unit for this greenhouse is right next to the pea plants. So my big fear was accidentally cooking the pea plants, but they're perfectly fine because it immediately diffuses the heat and prevents the pea plants from getting singed. I haven't seen any trace of leaf singeing, which is great. It's just the positioning has to be exact, but based off of how I have the boxes set up, it's pretty nice. Otherwise, we still have Blue 4 coming in. Looks like they're going to be going for a southern attack. You probably will see this group on the northern side hit Sector 1 and 2, take that. Main fight will be for Sector 3 as Blue 4 gets in the position. So we're just going to wait it out and see. This is one of the things about FNF, which, you know, as a caster, you got to be a little cautious about. It's just the downtime as the unit's set up. Yes, we can watch it all from here. I know most of you like seeing the action itself. We just have to be a little bit patient here. I do my best to cover, of course, but we just have to wait it out. Now, Omako has a few unique things. It has a bunch of random rock positions built up like this. It also has some really nice random patches of elephant grass, which you can hide things in. That's how I do bug spawning on this map, which is why I love this map for Starship Troopers, because there's so many places you can just spawn in bugs immediately to get right on top of the players and just claim that they were hidden, you know? Worst comes to worst, you have a bug hole in there that they just can't find and seal properly, and you can treat it as a spawn point. Oh yeah, I remember FNF in the days where sometimes the chopper would just go out and crash immediately. That was pretty damn funny. Good times. So we've got Blue 4 divided into 3 separate groups right here. You got vehicle assets on the northern and southern sides. These are probably the 113s with the 240 Gulfs on them. Yep, that is the case. The treads are doing something funny down there. But those are basically going to be supporting the infantry from the rear. But it's just going to be a lot of momentum right now. First 5 minutes or so that have gone through. You also have the Little Bird doing reconnaissance. So the main fight's going to be here. Why the hell is Op4 X-Ray all the way back here? Like, there's a meme, which is why they started taking X-Ray out, where X-Ray just does, like, the opposite thing of whatever the main force does in, like, the dumbest way possible. And this isn't meant to be an insult to anyone in particular. This is just how X-Ray is sometimes played, which makes them incredibly useless for the AO. But this one, I really don't get. Because if you have a BTR down here, you're locking down the southern side so they can't run around over here. So the only reason that force is here is if you're thinking Blue 4 is going to do this. Go all the way around, bypass Sector 1 and 2, and then just come in from this area and hit Sector 3. That would be one of the biggest Giga Chad moves I've ever seen in FNF. Because holy crap, they would just instead just hit Sector 1 from up here at that point. They wouldn't do a massive flank around right here. X-Ray has its purpose, Malin. If they kept it with the main force, a sniper at the platoon level working with the platoon would be great. 2 suppressed shooters to use as infiltrators, to basically as scouts, to scout the main route would be great. But it's just so silly how it's sometimes used. But I get why. That's why staff don't like it. And I'm going to be honest, I think it has been better seeing them without X-Ray because, I mean, last round X-Ray was just doing... They had their own little scuffle somewhere, and that was it. Yeah, like they did last mission. They literally went off in their own thing, had their firefight, killed each other, and that was it. Had nothing to do with the rest of the fight, other than I think Dream got some pretty good sniper shots, which thinned out enough Op4 guys to make that clutch possible. But, yeah, exactly, Malin. It's interesting. Platoon doesn't know how to use them, and B, people think, oh my god, Schnipperiffer, and have to go and act as a recon element, which is not true. Absolutely not true. Any squad can do recon. You can literally just take 4 slots in a team and just go, hey, do recon. The Little Bird just got hit by something. That was an Igla launch. And, that poor Little Bird might not be utilized today. Actually, I don't hear it damage. What am I talking about? It's a Little Bird getting hit by Iglas. The worst that's going to happen is it's going to lose its tail rotor. And you see it spinning very slowly, which means it has taken tail rotor damage. But Pierce knows how to fly without a tail rotor, so... Yeah, the Igla is not really good at countering the Little Bird because the Little Bird usually just shrugs off the first hit. And the Igla's only given a bit. The times where the pilots do crash, though, is if they accidentally auto-rotate themselves and just spin because there's no tail rotor, or they try to land it and they crash. And I would say, honestly, a little under 50-50 in favor of them not crashing. Do you see the chopper still explode in that way? And yes, as Malin said, you can't fix people. As nice as it would be. And I mean, it's not even a people thing. It's more of just an FNF culture thing. Because if so many different people are doing it that way, it's not the people's fault. It's just the perceived culture of it itself. Now, look at this. Blue 4 at the edge of a tree line here, taking a lot of fire. Op 4 has a pretty good defensive line. Blue 4 might actually try to push forward with smoke. Really risky. Because they're going to need multiple levels of smoke grenades to get up to the shantytown to get some good positions of cover. And you've already got, I assume this is Scandi Recon firing these GLs at this range, because they're the type to pre-range shit like this. Nope, it's Legal Actions team with all these elite players here, which would also pull something like that. Because Scandi's on Blue 4 here. So both sides using indirect fire in the form of GLs, which, you know, practically turns them into mortars at this point. Error, you know, that's a great question. I'm not gonna get... I've been in that rant so many times. I'm not gonna say anything. Because that is also one of the flaws with that team itself. Alright, so now you're just having this massive battle line go here. This is gonna probably put pressure on Delta's position the most, but it is Papega. And Papega are really good at turning their forces around and immediately re-engaging different areas. Neko, yeah, you're fine. Send it whenever. I know you're busy. Tell Pixie I said hi. All right, otherwise we've got Gamma up here with a lone BTR. I mean, it could be sniped by Blue 4 AT up here. But really, this is just the entire force of one group fighting an entire force of a separate group. Blue 4 X-Ray slowly encroaching from the north. Op 4 X-Ray going north. Might fucking counter each other again and just cancel each other out. I do appreciate Op 4's position up on this rock crop, though. I'm hoping that the marksman here, Face, can get some good pickoffs. Now, you got to remember, when I go into this interface here, where they're actually looking is not 100% accurate to where they're actually firing, which is why you got to follow the tracer around. So even if it looks like they're way off, they can still be getting headshots. It just looks funny. Now, why does Arma do it that way? I don't freaking know. It's just Arma. All right. So Blue 4 have been able to get their main force to the shantytown. The reason they were able to accomplish this was because Delta started getting pushed off their position because of flanking elements in Blue 4's massive line here coming around. That's going to force these guys to pull back and set up secondary defenses, but this is going to get Blue 4's foot in the door. And I'm going to be honest with you, if Blue 4 wins this fight, it's GG. I just don't really see how Op 4 can counter it because they still have so many forces at different angles covering different directions, not realizing this is just a massive battle line push. Got the M2 firing Nordic Prophet. He did get a kill with that 50 already, so he's picking off some of the best players on tonight. He killed Nafs. Ooh. I think Nafs, yeah, he tried to get in that car and was immediately taken out. And then you've got King pulling his body out to see if there's anything useful to grab. I think Nafs was just a medic. And since this is round 3, you're going to see some immediate disconnects as the round continues on. 11 minutes have passed. Blue 4 starting to get their foot in the door. You've got all these forces on the southern side. And then X-Ray is eventually going to come in here and start hitting the Sector 1 and 2 positions, just taking them because Op 4 has chosen not to defend them. Pretty fair and simplistic AO in all honesty. I just haven't seen Wamako used a lot in FNF. I think at all, to be honest. I think the only other time was a Black Hawk Down-esque style scenario done over here, which is what brought my attention to this map in the first place. Which goes to show you this mod set has... Pierce. 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 Please. There are people down there that happen to also be on your team. Pierce. That's going down to my little dirty list of highlights. All right. Blue on blue. All right, so you got this middle force coming up here. You still have this flanking force. They've been a bit stalled, maybe because they spotted the BTR. Looking over here, though, these guys are wounded and actually bandaging themselves, so the BTR might have gotten shot earlier, and they might have had to pull it back and repair it. But you're just seeing Op 4 slowly pulling things around. Op 4 X-Ray, though, coming into a potential flanking position here. Quite interesting. All right. So this will be the main front line here as Blue 4 continues to push up. Op 4 have set up a... bit of a defense here, but there's a bit of low ground right there. Got Op 4 on Overwatch trying to stop him. Who's excited for DayZ, by the way? We'll probably be there in 30 minutes, give or take. If not less. What, Boo? Yes, I'm gonna do, I told you, I'm gonna do DayZ and then wrap that up and we're gonna have dinner. I think I'm still sick in the server, so I gotta keep taking tetracycline. Trooper, thanks for the 41-month resub, my man. Or woman. Hope you keep enjoying the operations. And I do hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. Alright, got some grenades starting to be thrown. The wall's gonna absorb most of that blast, though, and that's gonna let Blue 4 know there might be Op 4 right on their nose. No! No! The fact that he almost got away with that actually scares me. I think the wall's gonna... no! No! It knocked out other people over there! Oh! Those were blue fort charges, by the way. Oh my god. You guys! Why are you being stupid? Hey, remember when I said we weren't writing down a lot of highlights? Yeah. I lied. Good old Charlie Foxtrot, because we can't say what it really means on Twitch without getting people mad at us. She's got X-Ray coming along the flank, but these guys are already folding in. Blue 4 X-Ray still being incredibly cautious to move into the base. This force all the way up here is the only thing that concerns me. They're all getting pinned by a BTR and just some other infantry right here. So this is causing these guys get defeated in detail because they're only attacking with a third of their force. So that's giving Op 4 a chance to actually properly repel everything. And it's not helping that Blue 4 is literally 18 their own guys. M2's taking some pretty heavy fire here. Ooh, we got some rubber banding. That's no bueno. Looks like he recovered though, so it's just a temporary thing. Don't know what caused that, but you never know what might happen. Another hydrate, you got it. More AT coming in. And that Humvee does not care, but it looks like the engine got cut, which is why they're now running. Gets his leg blown out, and he's trying to crawl away. I was trying to pop smoke. Oh, poor Nordic. Yeah, probably a Vic running something dumb over. Yeah, I saw that, Mal. It happens. Now we got Charlie 2 on the northern side. They might be countered by Bravo 1, though. You still got the Little Bird flying around. Really, we need to see these guys come over. Who's the commander? It's Tilsiter. So I don't know why we have all these guys just all the way down here doing nothing, like on the edge of the map. But if they were assaulting from the southern flank, they'd be really putting the pressure on Op4 here. But because Op4 doesn't have that side getting molested, they still have a lot of room to set up for these counterattacks. You're seeing Blue 4 starting to take multiple knockouts here. And X-Ray just captured Sector 1. You're going to see them go and touch Sector 2 as well. But Op4 still has a pretty good chance. I was a little worried in the beginning because it looked like Blue 4 had a really good plan in play, but it might get stopped. Yep, alright, so we're watching now Blue 4 on this far side getting taken out. Again, if they had this force here to assist, it would be a different story, but... oh my god. Oh my god! Of course it's freaking Bayans! Again, I claim he is the best player in FNF. And you just witnessed why I make those claims. The man just waltzed over and annihilated everyone. My god. Oh, and there's another dude over here that just got 2 kills. Who did that? Who are you, mysterious stranger? It's King, who is also one of the best players here. So basically the Chad squad is counterattacking and murdering at you. You did not. You. We're averaging a highlight every 40 seconds now. It helps if you get the satchel over the wall. Anyway, blue 4 looks like X-Ray rushed down and got the other area. Another satchel was thrown. But now I think Op 4 has a good chance to win here because they've broken the central attack. They're just easily counterattacking it. And I think they can now turn this around. So what does kind of suck about this, admittedly, is this is going to be a very drawn-out round because Blue 4 is dragging their feet. Now, I think just saw King get iced there. But, I mean, he's on 5 kills. Let's look at this. So, Jesus on none, Maz on none, Legal Action on none, Flux on 1, Cake here on none. King was at 5, Dream was at 1, Bayant's on 5. So those 2 heavy hitters pretty much nullifying the rest of these forces here. Guys, give me another hydrator, too. I want to finish this Tootsie Roll drink. It's delicious. Thank you. Need one more. And a posture check. AT landing really well in this building. Just noob tube this guy. From I don't even know how far. That was a great shot. Was that Iander being Iander? Yeah, it was that. Yeah, he's on a kill. Leave it to Iander to literally put an AT round in a guy's butt. Leave it to freaking Iander. So X-Ray on the rear here. They can also start cleaning up all these forces. You got Blue 4 X-Ray coming up. Pierce now trying to do a low and slow gun run. I think he got his tail rotor repaired because at that speed he should be spinning. Uh-oh. Little Bird took some damage. It only sounds superficial, though, because it's still up in the air. I don't hear it powering down. All right. I mean, skull count-wise, almost all of Alpha's dead. Op 4 still have a good chunk of guys remaining. Op 4's BTR is still up and was able to pull back, and now it's harassing this flank as it comes in. And they're getting multiple knockouts here. Alright. Yeah, this group's mostly cut off because that's just down to X-Ray. That northern team is also barely anything at this point. Ma's goes over, unfortunately. We'll see if the BTR does a counter. Mwah! His name is Iander. A-I-N-D-E-R. And that is his Maz. Literally hit it in the duckbill front and still managed to cook it off. Why did they not displace? You know, that's a question I always ask myself. If you take AT, why don't you immediately try to get away? And the answer is, they just don't think they need to. And then Iander comes along and reminds them that displacing was probably the smart thing to do. And now he's trying to noob tube infantry, and he gets it really close. As now you've got those elite forces trying to go up on the counterattack, but because of all this open area, it's going to be a little less effective. Another Op 4 guy taken out. That was Roche getting a little lucky with his 249. I think it was someone running out of ammo there. Was it Flux? Yeah, it was Flux trying to get a cheeky one. Just ran out of ammo, but I mean, the 249, in my opinion, is the best weapon to have in FNF. Because it's just the most versatile weapon you can use. You can treat it like a machine gun, you can treat it like a rifle. You just have to make sure you don't single shot it. It's designed to be used in burst because by the second and third shot, it bounces the weapon down in terms of recoil so you can be accurate. So if you use it in burst or just mag dump, you can easily control the damn thing. Dream immediately smoke grenading himself. And this is Bayant right here on the 5 kills. Oh, is he gonna do the... He's gonna get behind the 113 and shoot it from the rear. And Blue 4 started pushing and immediately saved whoever was in here. Dream is gonna... Okay. Just got shot in the neck there. Oh, and then he got headshotted by Cakeyear's PKP. 762 by 5-4 does not buck around. It's a satchel! Ah. Ah. Wow. That's a lot of damage.
Hey.
Did you satchel? Oh, Dream just disappeared.
Hi.
Yeah, were those your satchels?
Yeah.
Nice.
How many did I get?
Looks like 4 or 5. 5. 6.
I saw them and I was like, oh, fuck it. I have these 2 satchels. Time to kill.
Okay. Cake, you're getting another PKP pick off.
I was on some demon mode shit.
Yeah. Yeah, you were. And, yep.
I was running around and I saw this M113 and I was like, oh shit. So I crouched behind a thing, zoomed in, watched someone die, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go blow up this M113. And then I just saw like 5 or 6 dudes stream out the smoke. I dropped to the floor, shot at a couple of them. They didn't see me. I got up, ran towards them, just went, yep, it's time.
All right. That was probably one of the coolest things you've done in a while, admittedly.
Yeah, no, yeah. I completely agree with that.
Oh yes, always put your infantry in open field. That's how FNF usually plays.
That's how it works.
Numbers-wise, I mean, Blue 4 and Op 4, I'd say Op 4 is going a little higher on the numbers at this point. I mean, you can just see the skull count on Blue 4 in terms of the amount of forces even remaining on the server. We're past halftime, and I just don't see Blue 4 winning this at this point. There's just too many outline fights going on.
Oh, okay.
Cake here got hit by the grenade, could still wake back up, but they're cleaning up the rest of the bodies that you blew up with the damn satchel. I just heard the Little Bird powered down somewhere, actually. I think Pierce is doing some more field repairs, yep.
Yeah, we hit the Little Bird, but obviously it just was a... Legal hit the Little Bird early on. I thought I had to go now.
Iander trying to get double taps, and he pulls out him Oz. Oh no, the noob tube. Now do it again.
Now do it again. He's doing it again.
Do it again.
He's doing it again.
I'm waiting.
He's healing.
I'm waiting.
But do it again. Oh no, he's gonna hit him with the rifle this time. No, he's not. He gets
Do it.
Come on.
Do it.
Go on. Pops a smoke. Heals.
Come on. Do it again. He might think that's the same guy, though, and he didn't hit him the first time.
Yeah. Who is Delta H? I think that's my... Yeah, you have Armor Jesus, so they'll be talking right now.
Ah. Yeah, so now he's pushing him. It's Cake here. Oh, but Iander's getting shot at from a different angle. Cake here is going to finish this.
He's mid-reload. Oh.
Blown away, but he did knock Cake here to his feet. Now Cake here's on 5 kills as well. So many people. King was on 5. Bay was on 5, and now Cake here's on 5 as well. So 15 between the 3 of them.
Bay jumped a wall, got
I saw.
ambushed.
And then killed everyone. He was the ambush.
He was the ambush.
See, he was about to get killed, but the guy firing at him held his fire because a friendly went in front of his line. So he was forced to hold. If not, he would have killed his buddy. And then Bay just blew them both away with the PKP. It was...
Yeah. I heard him jump. I heard the bullets. I was like, oh, Bay's dead. And I was going to throw a satchel, but then I just heard... I was like, I know, he's fine.
And another thing that they just shot Pierce out of the freaking helicopter.
Oh, wait. Oh, that almost went so badly.
Oh, there goes the facility. Oh.
No, our flying trees.
Oh. Everywhere I look is a highlight.
One 3 is just
What?
driven into the middle. Someone has to have a launcher here.
Are they just rushing?
Yeah, no one has
I think they've given up and they're just rushing.
I mean, now they're pulling into just... It's friendly wing, fake to friendly wiggling. We're just watching them.
What is going on?
So, Cake is next to Nav's body, and that AT stick's still there.
What is this?
Not Nav's, Cake here, look at your feet. Oh, the Golf 1 guy, Patriot, is on his way with that MP7.
Yeah, we are making up for those damn lacks of highlights, that's for sure.
They've left the engine on, which I think is one of the worst ideas you can do when doing a rush. Because obviously the sound pollution works, but if you're doing a rush and you try to get into a clear area, you're just gonna, like, they're gonna know where you are. I mean, they'll know where you are from the rush, but you know.
Oh, Patriot might be in a bad spot because he's about to get flanked by Lolo.
Yeah.
But Lolo's being too cautious.
Oh, Lolo pulls
Oh,
out.
no.
Oh, no. He's not going to be looking the right way. Look.
Amazing.
It's not the MP7, is it? It's the MP...
That's the PP2000.
PP2000. PP.
Well, the MP7 is superior because it's chambered in 5.7,
Yeah.
which is just a nasty round.
Especially when it fires so many.
Nice.
Our defense has held pretty well now, I'm looking at it.
So the only reason the defense is held well is because Blue 4 completely fumbled their attack. They attacked with 1 out of the 3 forces, and then the 2nd out of the 3rd, and then the 3rd out of 4. The 3rd out of the 3rd, and now it's just kind of turned to this jumbled mess where Op 4s maintain the numbers advantage.
They attacked through the shantytown, and I was sitting up on a hill, like, where the fuck is everyone?
The shantytown would have been fine if their force to the south would have closed in, but it just hugged the damn border for some stupid reason.
Yeah, it gave us just perfect ability to just snipe them as they
Counter
crossed and
things
then
as
move
they,
into
yeah,
town.
came in. And then Bay and Cake here and King decided I'll get 5 kills apiece.
Yeah.
Ooh, he got sniped. Grenades being thrown on... Yeah, Lakar 4 is also on 4 kills. A lot of Op 4 dudes are literally on 5+ kills. It's messy. Tilsiter just got spotted. He's getting picked off by 2 guys. He's playing dead at the moment. And Blue 4 are firing into smoke here. Just a little worried about random suppression. I actually don't know what causes that smoke, but I think that's just a regular smoke grenade, actually. Ah, so the reasons the symbols are glitched out is because someone just threw like 20 smoke grenades on the northern side.
That's how you know there's going to be a rush.
Mm-hmm. A rush of what, though? There's like no Blue 4 left alive, and any like, I guess from the west, but they're all really scattered. And there's just really good lockdown positions here for Op 4 to utilize, and they are utilizing them.
Ooh. Quick keyhole peek there. Harrison.
Literally
Hey,
the
look,
one spot I was looking at, and that's where the kill came from.
That's always what you like to see when the build. You see where Bravo HQ is now, Redfall.
Yanni coming to my chat saying, what an effing day. He has a raging headache from all this. I don't blame you, man. The tactics of this completely fell apart. But go ahead, Dream.
You see the guy dead on the top of where Bravo HQ is.
Yeah, I under noob tubed him
Oh, yeah,
with AT.
I built those fortifications.
Tilsiter just got killed. He was Blue 4 Platoon HQ. It was by Delta on that southern side. Now you just have the rest of Blue 4 getting picked off here. 15-minute warning about to be called. This is going to play till the end.
Hmm. What's this all the way out here? That's Guardians in.
There's the 15-minute call.
KK's on 6 now.
Yeah, I think Kaker just killed, no, we got Iander. That's... No, Iander was his 5th, so he just got Tilsitter. That was his 6th.
Yeah. This has been a good game for Peg Pirates.
Oh, yeah.
It's been on fire.
I mean, it's just been Pepega. I mean, they have people like Bay.
Yeah.
They had okay people like Dream, but, you know, they did pretty well.
Thanks, man.
No problem. I mean, you did technically get 6 kills with the Satchel, but it's not credited to you because of how Satchels work, but...
That's 12 kills in 2 rounds.
Yeah, it's not bad.
The best I've done for a while.
Yeah. Yanni proud to have killed Bay. I mean, Bay got away with some ridiculous BS there, admittedly,
yeah,
but
but
that's why he's Bay. He just
I wanted to
gets
see
that damn
his,
luck.
Trauma on his medical card thing.
Both X-Rays returning to the field at the most crucial moment. Yeah, to wrap things up. That's usually how it happens. X-Ray just ends up killing each other at the last objective after everyone else has just gone after it. But here, X-Ray can be useful. That sniper can be really useful at a few hundred meters. Those suppressed guns at close range can be really damn useful.
So who is left? We've got Scholt with the silenced AK, Norris with normal SO up, and then we've got the sniper. Sniper's on 1 kill last time I checked. He's taking pod shots at the moment. Trying to get... who is this? It's Depso. Thing about these shacks is they are not bulletproof.
No, they are not.
Much in hiding in them.
I can hear the freaking PKPs reloading too. Good God.
Yeah.
All right, Perton woke back up, is now pushing into the block. I think has now made it into the zone, but now he has to kill every Op4 guy in the zone in order to score that objective. 13 minutes remaining. This will probably go to overtime. And Perton got found and eliminated by Azuki.
Was on 2 and he's on 3, so I think he took a Depso or someone like that. He's now pushing up this line. Oh, someone just took out. I don't know who that was there.
Oh my God, Nordic!
Taking out someone as he kicked out
Nordic,
the
that's
shack.
so mean. Nordic says, "Is Dream okay? I thought it was any team he was on would be lucky to win."
Fuck you. Kills in 1 game.
Have fun, Yanni. Oh, the shade back and forth. All right. Blue 4 down to 4 dudes. Let's see how long that lasts.
Every team I've been on today has won. What team were PP on in the first game?
PP wasn't playing the first game.
Oh, were they not?
Did this dude just... Are you freaking... Good Time Saddam just executed one of the Blue 4 guys with his pistol.
Incredible.
I was about,
Oh, that's a really nice nade.
Huh.
I'll take out 2 guys there if they're not careful. Yep,
kills 1, but the Op4 guy kills the Blue 4 guy. 2 Blue 4 remain.
Oh, I didn't tell you. I should have died much earlier before that. Before the satchel, because I was walking across an open field and the M113 that I blew up saw me and I friendly wiggled at it. And then died. And then got shot in the leg.
Yeah.
They were not very friendly. Oh!
Good knockdown by Ash there.
Ash on 2. My boy.
The submission kill, man. Ash getting hit a few times there, I think through the shed. No, it's by the flanking rock there.
Major Con can't pick the corner, especially since he's about to be rushed by Cake here, who's on 6 and is about to get his 7.
Amazing.
Blue 4.
So you could say Cake here is really taking the cake. I know that one was pretty, that was like your level of bad. God, you're rubbing off on me. Yeah, fuck.
Oh, yeah, I'm rubbing off
You're
on
becoming good, and I'm becoming a shitty streamer. It's, damn.
You're not wrong, I haven't streamed in a while. I need to stream. I've got a 2-week holiday next week, and I've also got a Lego Death Star. So I'm going to stream building.
Stream building a Lego Death Star, hell yeah.
Yeah, not Death Star, sorry. Millennium
Star Destroyer. Oh, Millennium Falcon got it.
Yeah, and then I need to. I was gonna get the Cult of the Lamb. I think the new game's called. It's like a Binding of Isaac top-down sort of game. And I was going to stream that. I need to stream a lot. I need to make up my hours. Oh, is that
Ash
it?
got knocked to his feet. Still alive, not crippled. Malin shouting in my chat saying he loves Cult of the Lamb. Oh, suppress shot just went over. Oh, grenade's going. Ash is in trouble.
Ash
The police sirens are in progress. It's one down, and everyone else is in jail. And if you get the reference, you get the reference.
I really want to make a joke.
Go ahead.
Any FNF player.
Oh my fucking god, no. Oh my god.
When FNF admins want to play.
I think Armagy just fucking threw a frag in his building and somehow blew him to hell. That's... wow. Alright. There's round 3 done. No, Cole, you're right. That would be a Kobe because it did end in a crash. Anyway, we're going to transfer into... You went into it, then you realized what I just said. Woo! Anyway, oh god, there was a satchel there too. Anyway, we're going to play an intermission and then get right into DayZ. So, yeah, we'll pay out the prediction in a second. But if you're here for FNF, thank you so much for watching. Go operate operationally. Enjoy the rest of your day or night. Cheers. We'll be back for the NA branch in 2.5 hours. Otherwise, let's go set up for DayZ.
When are you starting your rap?